Alrighty, I started streaming, so you can start whenever.
Hooray! Is everybody ready?
Yes,
sir.
Ready.
Sweet. In the last session, you arrived in Starsgard and became acquainted with some places, including the Gretton Markt, the Lamp and Light, and the Maloran Font. You met Ferric Dion, a friendly guide who introduced you to a traveling merchant named Dylan. Dylan, and later on an orange dragonborn named Tiar, told you a story about a fellow named Tequin Parcel, a man whose left hand had been replaced by some sort of orange-red crystal that seemed to make plants grow wherever it touched the ground. You gathered he was connected to Melora based on the trinket Dylan said Tequin gave him, possibly even a paladin. You met up with Atari Hirihide at the Lamp and Light, and he filled you in on various devil sightings throughout Ikazan. He told Rune where she might find more information about the black ichor she carries. He said he had some asking around to do about why it seemed the king was unwilling to send troops out to confront these threats. And he told you to take care of whatever business you had in the city, and then meet him again tomorrow in the courtyard of the Lamp and Light at 3 p.m. You made your way to the Maloran Font around early dusk and met Aya Cometborn, a holy mistress of the Wild Mother who asked for help finding a missing group of pilgrims who had gone to an ancient shrine known as Luinastunathalion, well to the west of Starsgard. Rune inquired about the Shattered Heart of Melora and the artifact known as the Ark of Cycles. Aya seemed to dismiss the assertion that Melora's heart had been shattered or whatnot, but directed you to the library at Holtapa if you wanted to chase down such poppycock. She also said the Ark of Cycles hangs above the seat of stars in the royal palace and is a symbol of Pachi power. Outside, Ray spotted someone high above, apparently keeping an eye on him. And with the light fading, you began to hear loud cheers and clapping coming from the direction of the Gretton. And that is where we left off. So what would you like to do?
First thing you should do is hit the space bar.
Thank you.
Do you guys want to go check out, see what's going on over there?
Yes.
Might as well enjoy ourselves in the festivities going on today.
I think after that, I'm gonna go see about getting this vial of ichor checked out. Maybe do some research.
Did Ray tell us about the guy that was observing him?
He only told Myra, I believe.
Yeah, we can go check out what's going on in that crowd there.
To the crowd.
Okie dokie. You guys make your way over to the Lamp of Light.
On the way
And-
over, probably like midway between. After leaving that whole thing, I want to see if I can still see the figure following us. Basically, if they're following us all the way to wherever the fuck we're.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check. It kind of gets tough as you move around.
Oh, cool.
And
12.
you're able to keep an eye on them for at least a little bit of the way. Eventually, you do lose sight of them. It does look like they were attempting to follow your movement. But
As soon as I lose sight of them, I will notify the group or everybody else. Hey, there's someone following him. I was keeping eyes on him, but I can't seem to find him anymore.
Following who?
He was following us from the temple. I thought he might stop. I wasn't sure what was going on, but yeah, it seems to be. I don't know. I guess they're following us, tracking us. I don't know. But keep your eyes peeled. It was like he was in a dark kind of cloak. He was kind of far away too, so I couldn't get a good look at him or her, I suppose. But
Thanks
I
for
lost
the
sight of
heads
him.
up.
Do you think it was just a talkie keeping an eye on us?
That's
Could
what I was
be.
thinking.
Or his organization.
Or I was thinking maybe it was just had to do with the temple we were at. I wasn't sure, but it does seem like they're following us, so maybe it's something else to worry about. Nobody casted any magic, right?
No.
You don't think it's somebody from the city following us?
Those things would be
Keeping
all over
track of.
us if we had.
True.
I don't even know magic, technically.
Well, whatever. It's not like we're doing anything that would otherwise get us in trouble if it is only in the city. Or
Yeah.
somebody does try to, well, if somebody does try to start something.
Yeah, let's try not to get separated though, just in case.
Good idea.
When the talkie would stick out like a sore thumb.
Well, I don't anymore.
Well, I think the comment that he did was that us together stake out like a sore thumb.
Oh, all five of us.
What? People don't have friends in this city?
I think it's more along the lines of different backgrounds or races. We don't know the details, so we shouldn't imply.
And we all have giant bags on our backs.
I'll have mine.
Not me. I just have one.
Some of us have giant bags on our backs.
You and me.
Uh,
Well, let's make the most of it. Let's see what the main parade, what the main hubbub is. And then from there.
yeah, can I see anything from where we're at? I don't know how close we are to it.
Well, you eventually get there, and yeah, you're able to see kind of a crowd gathered in the courtyard here. Not quite standing room only, although there's some people standing around, but there's some empty places at some of the long tables. It looks like some folks are packing up on the stage that's here, packing up some stuff. Almost looks like maybe an act just finished. But if you guys want to sit down, there's seats to sit down at. And yeah.
Oh,
I
shit,
will
is it,
sit near the stage.
is it already 6 p.m.?
Yeah.
Free
Oh
apple.
boy, I might go to those shops and see if they're still open.
I think they close early.
I
don't know how early, but I know.
don't know how
think I
early stuff
remember-
closes here. It might be like
There's-
Seattle, a place
no,
I've heard
but-
of in
It could
storybooks.
It could be a false memory. This is real talking. That the last shop we went to, people were already starting to close up.
I remember that.
That wasn't in
Yeah.
this city though, was it?
You would have noticed if that is a false memory. You would have noticed walking through that it looked like basically everything that you had seen earlier in the day was in the final stages of being shut down. But it did also look like a different set of people were coming in and kind of starting to set up some other stuff. But they're just kind of in the very beginning stages of that.
But at this point, we won't know what their wares are, or if it's tied directly to the event, kind of like just food kiosks and whatnot, because it's too early.
Okay,
And-
question. Is there somebody working around here?
Absolutely. You see multiple bar staff making their way around the tables, taking drink orders and bringing out large glasses of ale and other beverages.
I'll go up to one of them who doesn't look too busy,
Okay.
and I'll say, would you happen to know if the Nottheimer or Spokona are still open at this hour? I suck at street names.
Yeah, so you find a gal in kind of barmaid attire. I mean stuff closes up like probably kind of looks up at the sky probably an hour or so ago. Is when most places shut down.
All right. How about the high top? What is it called?
Whole Tapa.
Whole Tapa. How about that? Is that open?
She kind of scratches her head a bit. That's the library, right?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really go there, but probably not.
Okay. Thanks for the information. And I'll give her a silver.
Okay.
Why not?
She appreciates it.
I appreciated the information.
Okay. Y'all get in seats and watch whatever's going on.
Yeah, I want to get close to the stage.
All right. You can find a place close enough. Not right up close, but close enough.
I'm gonna sit with Myra.
And eventually, you're attended to by some of the bar staff if you wanted to order some ale or drinks or whatever. It's a couple silver for the drinks if you want that.
Give me an exact number and I'll subtract it from my thing.
Two silver for
I'll take 3.
Whoa. Barmaid kind of gives you an eye. Okay, all right. Eventually brings stuff back out. Yeah. Eventually, and there's lights up on this stage. There's kind of lanterns strung across the front of it, elevated, like hanging from a string, supported by some poles that have different colored glass. So they kind of give off different hues. And eventually you notice a somewhat burly, middle-aged man dressed in a nice white shirt, sleeves partially rolled up, and fashionable gray vest come up onto the stage. You recognized this person because he was a person that you spoke to earlier inside the Lamp and Light. Myra, this is the chap that you asked after Atari. He comes up onto the stage, and he just looks like he's having a good time, and he says, "Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Lamp and Light tonight. I am your dubious host and owner, John Evnery." And the crowd cheers and claps a bit. And then he kind of eyes the crowd. He's like, "Oh, I see we have some Brestonin here tonight." And he points out a couple of younger folks in what you now notice are kind of the same uniforms that you saw when you first came, or when you got teleported to Fleastrax.
Yes.
He says, "Thanks for keeping us safe. I hope you're not on duty." And crowd starts to laugh a little bit. You see another person start walking just in front of the stage, and the crowd quiets. He looks like a young man. He's got golden brown skin, hair that almost looks like moss, and what looks like ivy garland across his chest and down his sides with some kind of weird tree branch totem sticking up above his right shoulder. And aside from that, he is completely naked.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Do you have a picture? Hold on. Do you have a picture?
How big is the thing?
I have a picture.
Yay!
not a whole picture.
Thank you.
And
These 20 D&D players.
John, the host, up on stage, looks a bit surprised, but barely misses a beat and says, "Oh, and it appears that we have Rathman Rosina here as well." And kind of looks at him and says, "Rathman, good evening," and bows his head to the young man. Looking around at the crowd, you can see some folks kind of shake their heads side to side or kind of look down with almost a sigh of disappointed resignation. And this chap, this naked guy, barely even recognizes John, the host, and you see he's got quite a haughty expression, almost like he's got a face you'd love to punch. And he sits down right in front, and he's got a couple of guards on either side of him, and yeah, he just sits, plops right down. And John, up on stage, continues. He's like, okay, all right. Trying to get the crowd back a little bit. Says, it's open stage night tonight. But before we get to that, we have a special treat. Now, many of you festival regulars will know of a particular family band that comes to town every year. But over the winter, tragedy struck this truly talented family. They were all involved in a horrible toboggan accident. And I have their permission to tell you this, just so you're aware. They all suffered traumatic brain injuries and have been recovering for the past 6 months or so. And as it turns out, they think they're ready to start performing again. And, well, they just couldn't miss a festival. Right? So this is all to say that Johan has told me to warn you all that the music tonight might sound a little bit disjointed. But I'm sure that the great and generous guests of the Lamp and Light won't mind, will you? And everyone cheers.
Woohoo!
Here.
So, without any further ado, please welcome to the stage, all the way from Harvinder, the Park Ridge family. And the crowd just like cheers. Just like, whoa, yeah! Kind of get the sense that they might be a big deal.
Polite clapping.
6 people make their way onto the stage. 2 older, presumably the parents of the family, 2 young women, and 2 young men. All are dressed rather simply in kind of folksy clothing. And once they get settled in, the elder man begins to speak a bit quietly and reservedly. He says, Good evening, Starsguard. I am Johan. This is my wife, Marla. And over there are our boys, JJ and Tralis, and our 2 girls, Yulia and Rebecca. And he kind of resituates himself for a moment. Gets his instrument ready. He's like, so tonight we're just going to see how things go, okay? We'll be singing a song based on a popular children's story, The Legend of the Stjornutari, a.k.a. the Star Eaters. And Myra, a middle-aged woman, sat next to you, kind of leans in and says, oh, this is a good one. This is a good one.
Oh,
And,
really?
yeah. And then from the stage, Johan says, okay, so for those of you way in the back, we're going to have Yulia play just a short riff just to make sure you can hear us, okay? And this is just so you guys can make sure your volume levels are okay. So get ready to just slide your volume just so you can hear it. All right, I'm going to start playing it right now.
Those of you in the back, make sure your playlist volume is up.
I hate your ass.
Yeah.
I need a hearing aid.
All right.
Mine was fine.
Yeah, mine was fine.
Yeah, mine was good.
All right. So Johan gets situated and starts going. Like, Okay. All right, here we go.
There once was a group of sisters three who walked among the elder trees and tempted girls and boys with treats, but children stay away. They looked like lovely women do and spoke with lovely voices too, with joyful eyes when viewing you, but children stay away. They ate no food and drank no wine, mostly they just bide their time for stars to fall from heaven to earth, but children stay away. The sisters, they devoured stars and stored them in a dozen jars for use in rituals and charms, but children stay away. With eye and tooth and sharp and claw and heart of stone and toothy maw, they take the kids who broke the law, so children stay away. Boys and girls, they'd eat them whole and capture their eternal souls. To make a daughter, 'twas their goal. So children, stay away. So children, stay away.
And the crowd goes wild. And after the song, John comes back on stage and is like, all right, round of applause for the Partridge Family. Woo, woo.
Woo!
I hope you all have a great night tonight. We'll get the open stage night up and running soon. In the meantime, order some more drinks. And as always, tip your waitress. And he walks off stage.
Blake turns around to the rest of the group. That was a real song.
Apparently.
That's a question.
Why, it was catchy.
Okay.
About eating boys and girls whole. Whole?
I mean, listen, the beat was catchy, okay? But you saw my eyes; they were wide. I'm not
I
saying
don't
I'm
know.
not freaked out.
That was really creepy.
They suffered had a bad brain disease for a few years.
They had a toboggan accident and have been recovering for 6 months. Just the performer people.
Guys, what's a toboggan?
It's like a. Have you ever gone sledding?
No.
Sledded.
Okay, so you make you make a wood thing. You carve a piece of wood to look like this, and I like show you what it would look like with my hands, and then you get on that piece of wood, and when it's snowing, obviously, and then you get on it, and you push, and you go down the hill, and it goes really fast.
Sounds dangerous. I like it.
It's really fun,
No wonder their brains got scraped.
but yeah, it's quite dangerous.
Getting on wood has a different definition in the capital.
What do you mean?
Derek just looks at you. I guess I'll explain to you when you're older.
I'm
Rune, have you ever
23.
slept with someone?
No.
That's why.
Oh.
Oh, so that language is in Aramor too.
Yeah, but don't be a Karen about it.
My name's Lee. Thanks. Anyway, that's not the point of this conversation. That song's odd.
It was really catchy though.
I mean, I have no, I have no qualms about the beat, the rhythm. In fact, it was quite good, but the lyrics were
Creepy?
in a word, I suppose.
Epic. I wanted to see if there was like, I know people were cheering, but is anyone else talking about like how the lyrics were questionable or a bit weird besides us?
Make a perception check.
Oh my god, why 10?
Can I make a perception check to see how people liked that?
Yeah, just a second. Myra, the crowd seems to not be really phased by that, and based on what that woman said to you, seems like this is kind of a story that most people around here seem to know.
Oh yeah. Is she
Rune,
still fighting?
Uh,
Sorry, go ahead.
She is, yeah. Yeah, she's at the table next to you, but back to back sort of thing. Rune, go ahead.
I want to know if people enjoyed that.
It generally seemed like it. I mean, the people were clapping.
Were
and cheering and stuff.
other people like, wow, that was really kind of weird?
Just us, I think.
Not really that you can tell. No.
Okay, it was just us. Okay.
I'm gonna turn and kind of like get the lady's attention.
Okay.
Hi. You're right. That was actually really good and it was interesting. Is this like normal?
What do you mean normal? What?
It's like, this typical style of
Oh.
scary storytelling.
Well, I mean, it's only sort of scary. I mean, it's mostly just it's like a children's fairy tale sort of thing, something parents tell their kids to keep them in line, that sort of thing. It's harmless.
Okay. And does that family always sing that type of songs?
Oh, they sing all sorts of stuff.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know after their accident now. Time will tell, I guess, but it seemed okay. I mean, like it wasn't as good as they had been in the past, but overall, thumbs up.
What's the half naked dude, or I guess he's fully naked? What's the naked dude doing?
Kind of just chit-chatting with his guards and enjoying a pint.
Okay. Oh, and is the dude who is following us? Do I see anybody in a similar dress?
Make a perception check again.
Or not dress, but garbs. Perception. 26.
Yeah, you definitely do. It looks like someone. This is kind of up a bit from where you are. So still above you, kind of looking down, kind of ping on this map. So it's kind of up, next tier up ish. Attempting to hide in the darkness and the shadows very poorly. Looks like it could be the same person that was watching you before.
So he's on like a higher level than our level. Okay.
Yeah, probably about I don't know, 80 or so feet up.
Hey, Ray.
Hey, Rune.
Do you think the city closes at night? Like, do you think that bridge is still accessible to, like, walk across? Because I was thinking about going out of the city and doing some magic and then coming back for the night.
I don't know. They didn't tell us about what's his name? Dylan? He didn't tell us about like a curfew or anything, right?
Farrick?
Who's
Farrick.
Dylan? Dylan's the shopkeeper.
Dylan's the shopkeeper guy. Yeah.
Sorry, Farrick.
But yeah, was there a gate?
I don't think so.
Epic?
There was a gate.
There was a gate.
Yep,
Oh yeah, they had to let us in.
Well, that might not be feasible then. I don't know if they close the gate at night or...
Oh, we could ask. I mean, it was easy enough to get in.
You know what? Asking is a good plan. I see those guards in the audience, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere. I'm gonna go ask them. I'll be right back.
Okay. Alrighty.
And so I'm gonna go up to the breaststone and guard people.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's looks like a guy and a girl, maybe out on a date.
Awkward. I'm gonna crash it, and I'm gonna say, "Excuse me, I'm so sorry to bother you. Do you
Yep.
know? Well, you would know if the gate to the city closes at night."
Not completely.
Okay. Thanks. That's all I was wondering.
All right. Cheers.
Yeah, you too. And then I go back to the group.
Is the stage empty at the moment?
We'll just say like right now, there's just kind of folks going up and down, like you're hearing.
Okay.
Hopefully, you're hearing.
Yes.
And they said that it's a free for all for performers, right?
Open stage night. Yep.
Open space. As Rune is like going to go off, Ray, Wolf, Derek, can you watch my stuff as I pull out my loot?
Sure.
I've been practicing,
Have fun.
and
Break
I'm
the
3
lag.
drinks in, so you know I'm feeling good.
Wait, let me
boy.
see. Nope, I don't have it. You're on your own.
Wait, what?
I do not have lesser restoration.
Well, that would be casting magic, so.
Oh yeah, fuck.
And secondly, I think the reason she's doing this is because she's inebriated. So just let her have fun.
I come back to the table and I see Myra getting out her loot, and I'm like, good luck.
Thanks. Okay, watch my stuff, and I'm gonna run up to wherever the line is.
Okay. Yeah, there's really not a line.
Oh.
There's a couple of acts that look like they might be setting up or whatever. But yeah, you're able to kind of find John. He's off to the side, sort of kind of coordinating things.
Hey, is it possible there's like an open slot for me?
Abso-fucking-lutely, there is.
Loot. Haha.
Do you want to go on next?
Sure.
Okie dokie. Yeah, I think the last act just finished up. So, well, what's your name?
Myra.
Where are you from, Myra?
Elmore.
Airmore. Long way from home.
Yep.
Okay, all right. Well, are you ready? You ready to go?
Yes, I'm ready. And y'all probably
Alright.
see Myra's jumping up and down. She's excited but nervous.
Okay, all right. Just wait here for a second, and I'll call you up.
Guys, she's kind of cute when she's nervous.
And
No,
John,
she's nervous right now.
Well, excited, nervous, you know.
John gets up on stage and announces Myra from Aramore to the crowd. And Myra, while he's doing that very brief intro, please just go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh no.
Please.
She's gonna puke.
No, no. Oh no.
All right. So your vision's a little foggy. You feel a little bit woozy, but you've also got that ironclad confidence that alcohol gives you. And John motions to you to come up on the stage, and the crowd starts to clap. And did you want to role play this, or do you just want to have a check?
I'm not gonna sing it, but because I don't think no one wants to hear me sing. But I will do a TLDR. We can do a performance check if you want to. But
there's
bas-
gonna be a performance check.
Oh,
Yeah, the
yeah.
No
TLDR,
matter
the TLDR comes first. Then
Hey, so basically, I'm gonna do a little bow to the stage, and well, to the crowd, I should say, and says, "Hello, I'm Myra. Come from a far, far away. Beautiful place you guys have here. I am gonna sing a tale of me and my friends slaying a massive bone dragon." And I'm just gonna I'm just gonna go how me and my friends ventured into a desert. Like it's gonna be like a slightly of a lie, but with some truth. A desert land, and we fought a massive tower that had many floors of enemies, and it got gruesome. And at the very top of the tower was a big, massive bone dragon. And I'm gonna throw in Wolf was there, Nilsson was there. I'm not gonna say Nils, but like there was a cat. No, there was a tabaxi. There was that guy. I'm gonna point to Wolf. I'm gonna point to Ray, Rune, and Derek. And I'm like,
You know
and
that?
I rode the massive bone dragon, and I slayed it. And Drunken Maya is gonna whip out her sword. Wait, no, she's not gonna do that. I take
About her
that
dick.
back.
You know
And
that thing people do when they're like really embarrassed and like somebody points to them in the crowd and they like hide their face with their hand? Yeah, that's what Rune is doing.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be singing and dancing and twirling, and it's gonna be a drunken good time.
Okay. Alrighty. Before we do your performance check, Ray, make a perception check for me, and then go ahead, Myra, make a performance check with disadvantage.
Ugh. Can I also use my side eye too?
You can go ahead and try. Yeah, you bet.
Mm,
Okay, I did a disadvantage, and now where's my side eye? Oh god.
I mean, still not bad.
Does that count as magic?
No, I don't think so. It's part of my skills.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
God
here it
damn,
is.
your performance is fucking amazing.
Dirty 20. Okay, right. As this display takes place, and Myra is, pointing all of y'all out, and heads turn toward you. The person that you had spotted earlier, with a 23, wonderful, seems to stiffen a little bit, and then turn around and run behind a building out of sight. Myra, your performance goes well. You dazzle the crowd with your dancing and your playing, and they seem to be really into the story. It goes great. They cheer at the end. Everything's great. John gives you a hug at the end, and there's a couple of people who are kind of muttering close by to the rest of y'all, kind of like, I wonder if that's real. I wonder if that's true. Do you think that's true? Etc. Etc.
I hug John tightly back. It says, "Thank you for the opportunity." And I go trotting back to my group.
Alrighty.
And I sit down and I'm just quiet and eyes are wide and I'm shaking in nerves. Like, oh god, I can't believe I just did that.
That's great, Myra.
Did you like it?
Yeah, except for where you pointed at me.
Oh, well, Oh, I should have probably done that. We're supposed to be. Oh, I'm sorry. Doggone
Nah,
me.
that was wonderful. It's narrative storytelling. That's the best kinds of songs, I say. Like, you did really great.
Oh, you think so? Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah, I'm not talking about I'm not speaking for them if they liked being pointed at, but I didn't like being pointed at.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rune.
It's okay.
And I kind of just grab her arm and I put my head on her shoulder.
I don't like
I'm
attention.
Says the person that burned down the whole building, but we
Love.
I don't know that. That's me really talking.
Okay.
It did kind of spook whoever was following us. I saw them up there, and they kind of just bolted. And you just started singing and talking
Oh,
about
God.
us.
Was my voice that awful? I mean, everyone
No.
thought they enjoyed it.
No. I mean, it spooked them because I think
I think maybe because
It
you were pointing
gave
out
us
people.
attention.
Well,
I
I
don't know.
mean, good news is Wolf now knows what happened to us.
Yeah, that was
I
a
mean-
very accurate representation of everything you guys been vague about. So,
Definitely not quite accurate.
I mean, what songs are right? It works out.
Whoa, the screen went black. Oh, there it
It's going black because the sun is going down.
is.
Imagine.
That's what happens when the sun goes down.
We should drink more.
I am already
I'll join you.
I'll have one.
I had 2 more, but I'm subtracting 4 silver.
I'll take 2 more.
All right, waitress brings you 2 more, brings you all the rest of whatever you want, 2 silver a pop.
Man, okay.
Oh, thanks for watching my stuff. And I grab it back.
I wanted to go to the library, but apparently that's closed and everything's closed and oh, right. Apparently the gate doesn't fully close at night, but I don't know. What do you think about that idea?
Yeah, sure. We can give it a shot. We'll see what they say. Only if they'll let us back in. I mean, it'll kind of suck if we get stuck.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't hate it, but they do have rooms for us here. But yeah, do you want to go with me after? I mean, I don't want to drag everybody.
Yeah, sure.
Because I'm just planning on it being a quick in and out kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Myra.
Huh?
What? Did I make something funny again?
Nah, it's just alcohol. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I saw bubbles.
Blah, blah, blah.
All right, so Myra, you had 2 more drinks?
See, for a total of 5.
Uh-huh, yeah. Make another con save for me, please.
Oh,
Woohoo!
All right, yeah. This time, you fucking
Liver
blow chokes.
Oh my god.
And all
Myra,
the other people around you look on with disgust.
Myra, you can't hold your liquor at all. This has happened how many times now?
It's okay. I can fix it with press. I'm not gonna do it.
Derek sees the color drain from Mara's face, and he quickly lifts her stuff off of the table so it doesn't get all over her stuff.
And I do the
Actually-
respectful thing and hold back her hair.
It's okay, guys. It's okay. I have a spell to fix it.
No, Myra, no, Myra, no.
Precipitation.
No, Myra. I stop her from doing it. I stop her. I physically stop her.
Myra, are you trying to cast a spell?
I'm gonna grab her hands so she can't do the somatic parts.
I would say if I'm 5 drinks in, I think Myra would try.
All right, which spell?
Precipitation.
Oh, okay. So verbal somatic. So Rune, you're trying to grab her. Go ahead and make a athletics or acrobatics. No, athletics check. Sorry.
Great.
And Myra.
You got this.
Excellent. Fantastic.
Acrobatics or athletics.
I only had athletics to choose from. I wasn't allowed acrobatics.
Because if you're grabbing, it has to be athletics.
Or else
Alright, yeah.
it would have been a 4.
You're free to cast the spell, Myra.
Shit.
Prestidigitation!
Okay, alright.
Feel the vomit!
You cast the spell, and this green lights come swirling down around you.
And back the fuck up.
And these vine-like restraints just start to wrap around you. Make a dexterity saving throw. And the whole crowd is kind of they kind of gasp a little bit. Just a little bit. They aren't like crazy. All right, you are restrained. As these vines just completely wrap all around your body. The couple of guards nearby kind of stand up immediately and start to make their way towards you.
I feel like if I'm drunk and I vomit, my head's just resting on the table.
Okay. The two guards come up and kind of, it seems like they're probably a couple drinks in, but still willing to perform a duty. And the man begins to starts talking to you. I'm sorry, ma'am. Magic isn't allowed in the city. You're gonna have to come with us.
I don't think that's necessary. Apologies for my friend here. It's been a while for her, and it's been a long journey for all of us. We're not from town, you see. We know that there's no magic involved, but this was the first night in a long time that we could kind of let ourselves loose. She went up and performed just now, so.
And she kind of went a little bit too loose, if you know what I mean. Like she, yeah, and she was trying to clean it up, and then
She meant well. She didn't want to leave a mess.
Yeah, we're not used to the whole not magic thing yet. We just got into town.
Out of towners. Go ahead and
I'm sorry.
make a persuasion check, Lake, with advantage.
I will also use Sly Survival. Wait, am I able to? Yes, I can. Okay. Persuasion with advantage. And I will roll an extra d6. Dirty 20.
All right. The guy looks. He kind of lets out a little bit of a sigh, and turns to the gal next to him. He's like, "You got the thing?" And she starts kind of rummaging around in her pockets. And he turns to you, Lake. He's like, I mean, you're still gonna have to pay the fine, but we can just like take care of this right now. Like, there's all these people around. I can't let her get away with it.
No.
Understood.
Yeah, we understand. We won't. We'll keep a closer eye to her. It's all right.
That's one former city card to another. Completely understand. What's the total?
10 gold.
Take it from my backpack.
hey,
No,
Myra.
you're fine. Or rummage out 10 gold. And here's an extra 2. You guys get yourself some drinks. Sorry for the inconvenience.
You don't have to do that. The fine's plenty anymore. Looks untoward. The gal kind of pulls this kind of strange looking contraption out of a bag she has at her side. It's like a glove almost, and she kind of pulls it over her hand, kind of snaps it to her forearm, and the palm of the thing that looks like there's some kind of gem or crystal or some shit, and she just goes up to Myra and places her hand on the ivy, and after a few moments, it just starts to recoil and retract, and goes back into this little glowing ball of green light that then flies back up into the air. All right, you guys just be sure not to cast any more magic. Look after your friend.
Yes, sir.
Understood.
All right, have a good night.
You too.
Tip my cloak.
Oh man, I'm kind of sad the Vans are gone. It was like a nice little hug. This table feels nice.
Do you want to get some fresh air, Myra?
Aren't we outside already?
We are.
We are outside, aren't we? Do you want to get some fresher air?
But this table feels so nice.
Let me just take her over to get non-alcoholic drink to wash down the bad. And I'm gonna grab her and put her over the shoulder and then carry her off to the nearest stall to get her normal drink.
Guys,
aka
look!
Water.
I'm floating!
Yeah, you're able to get water easily enough.
Well, I don't really want to abandon Myra like this, but I think you guys can see her to bed, right? Make sure she doesn't cause too much trouble.
Yeah, if you and Ray need to step out of the gates to
I was thinking though, do we need to leave right now? Why don't we just wait till morning?
I mean,
if you guys do anything extraneous, you can rest up overnight rather than expending your energy in the morning.
that's kind of what I was hoping for.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I just don't know what to really expect out here at night, but especially if it's just gonna be us two. But
I mean, we're not
I'm
going
sure it's something we
far.
can't handle.
Just make
Yeah,
sure
fair
you're
enough.
open about the intention so that there's not an actual area that they kind of look after. Like, don't get in trouble without knowing the full layout.
That's a great idea.
And I'm going to refer back to Myra and go, ready to go back to the inn? Miss pukes a lot.
Do we have to? The music's so nice here, and I like the vibe.
The vibe and the music you can hear back from the inn, I'm sure.
We're technically outside the inn right now. I think.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I'm sure you can soak up the vibe from your room.
At least until you feel a little bit better. The night's still young. Come on.
But it's gonna be so lonely.
I'm coming with you. You're not gonna be lonely.
Oh, okay.
Alright, like, I'm going back to the inn to make sure that this one gets a little bit less inebriated.
See you in a few minutes, guys.
Bye.
Do you two want to come back? I can hold the table.
Yes.
Yeah, you have fun, like you also need to de-stress, so we'll be back once she feels better.
I'll hold the table, although... Yeah, I'll hold the table, it's fine.
Okay, so Woof and Myra are going up to the inn rooms. Are you going to the rooms? Or are you just going inside?
I would say inside just to sit her down, because I'm pretty sure the inn is going to be a little bit vacated, since everybody should be out here.
I mean, the inside is decently populated as well, the bar area.
Then I'll go to the rooms then.
Alrighty. Not everybody is interested in an open stage night.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, and like you're staying outside, and then Ray and Rune are gonna trek out of the city.
Yes. We're gonna have an adventure about going across a bridge and maybe casting some magic.
Okay. All right, so it's probably about a 20-minute walk from where you are now to get back to the main gates of the city. So, but you guys are able to. You're able to make your way out. It's not a problem, and yeah, the gate is mostly closed, but like it's not completely closed or locked or anything. And there's even you see a handful of people like moving in and out, so it doesn't look like the city shuts down or anything
Okay.
at night. And you're able to get outside of the city proper.
Wow.
Do I see any of those thingies around that trapped Myra and Vines?
No, you don't.
Okay.
Is anybody following us?
Ooh, good question.
Make a perception check.
Or is that one person in particular? 24.
I love your perception.
It's your fault with the blessing.
He says, increasing the stealth of every other character that comes in.
Yeah, I do need to do that actually. I have to look this up. RQ. Oh yeah. Yeah, you do notice someone following you at a distance, trying to be stealthy. It seems, but failing that roll.
Hey, Ray.
I'll mention it to Rune. Yes, hey Rune.
So can I borrow your scrying mirror?
Before we do that, there is somebody, I'm assuming it's the same person from before, following us. I'm gonna see if we can draw them out.
I mean,
Maybe we can have a conversation.
maybe on the
You
way
ready?
back? Oh, okay.
You wanna, I mean, I was gonna do it right now, but you wanna wait?
Can I do this first real quick?
How long does it take?
10 minutes.
Well, we don't really know what their intentions are. And I don't want anything happening while you're doing that, so I think it's kind of now
You
or
can keep an
never.
eye out, right?
So you want to do this first then?
Kinda.
Okay. All right, yeah, I'll keep an eye out. I'll hand her the mirror.
And I'm gonna sit down on the ground and cast scrying on my brother Tenson.
Okay.
And I'll keep an eye out to make sure that person doesn't ambush us or something.
I have total faith.
Okie So you watch the mirror as you complete the scrying ritual. Ray, you're able to see that this person you're following, or that is following you, maintains their distance. So when you stop, they basically stop. And Rune, you see in the mirror just a landscape whizzing by. And then it snaps to what you are probably able to recognize as the back of your brother's head. It looks like he's sitting in a big room with several other people. It's dark, lit by candlelight at this hour. And there's several other people, most of whom you do not recognize, but one you do recognize. It is the Prime Star, Elred Palar.
Okay.
For most of the time that you are maintaining this spell, the people gathered there seem to be talking about mostly mundane things. Late night meeting about the administration of the city, crop rotation plans, trade with outlying areas, boring stuff like that. But at one point, the conversation about trade takes an interesting turn, and someone you don't recognize says, "Yes, this particular shortage is exacerbated by the shipments to Kirkenna, which are effectively worthless at this point." And someone else seems to object. That is an overstatement. It was a single incident, a single loss. And someone else, a kind of brutish looking man, chimes in. And the Vidari who perpetrated it will soon be caught. And yet another voice. I wasn't aware it had been established that the Vidari were responsible. And the British man responds, it was either them or the RSS. And I doubt the Queen is foolish enough to send the RSS to do her dirty work. The original speaker chimes in. In any case, it is clear that these shipments, which have come at a great cost to Skystrand, have the potential to do no good whatsoever. And he turns to Elred, the Prime Star. We should at least consider suspending or at least delaying any more shipments. At least until the saboteurs are found and brought to justice. And yet another voice says, I still hold the whole proposition was too risky from the outset. And the original speaker nods his head in agreement, then turns back to Elred, who takes a moment to think and then speaks. Until such time as the mystery surrounding the fluctuations in the Prime Star and the danger it poses are resolved, we must continue to curry favor with the possible threat that is nearest to us. Dadavar is a world away, but Rila stands at our doorstep. The shipments to Kirkenna will... And then the scry ends.
During all that, how did my brother look? Like, was he concerned or kind of unconcerned with what was going on during that particular conversation?
Looked like he was paying attention. Make a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly just paying attention. The part when the person mentioned this would have been the Prime Star when he mentioned the fluctuations in the Prime Star and the danger it poses. There was just the tiniest bit of change in your brother's appearance, something that probably only a close family member would be able to perceive. Just a slight stiffening.
Yeah, like his shoulders tensed or something. Yeah.
And that's it.
Okay. I come out of it and I'm kind of in a daze, and I stand up and I hand the mirror back to Ray. Well, that was informative and not at the same time.
What happened? Well, I guess before we should talk about that with everybody, or...
Yeah, I'll wait. But, because it's not, like, concerning right now, it's just, yeah, we'll talk.
Sounds like what happened.
What did you want to do to bring this person close to us? Actually, before we do that, I'm gonna cast Animal Messenger at 4th level, because I don't know how many days it is from here Hallam. And I'm going to give the general description of Lucent and tell this owl to find Lucent and relay a message.
Okay. You specify a location which you must have visited and a recipient who matches a general description such as blah, blah, blah,
Shit.
blah,
Well, then I
blah.
haven't visited it, so I don't cast the spell. Does visiting in a scry count?
No.
Damn it.
If it didn't work for Keyleth trying to look at a certain tree so that she could
I
bullshit
know.
her tree stride, won't work for this.
I know. Anyway. Ray, what were you gonna do?
I guess there's a couple of things. I was just gonna see if they would approach, but we can also try a bit of a sneakier. I got a bit of a sneaky idea. We could try.
What's that?
I would pretty much just need you to stand here like there's nothing wrong. Maybe you're still casting your spell or doing another spell.
Okay, I can do that. I'm
I'll hand back the mirror.
really bad at stealth, so that's a good idea.
Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, and I'll don't be too alarmed about, I guess, what's gonna happen here. You might see somebody who looks like me, but it's not me. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
And I'll cast mislead, which I will link.
Okay. Nice.
So I'll become invisible at the same time, but there'll be a double. Kind of just doing whatever.
And I'll
Okay.
sit back down on the ground and kind of like settle in like I'm gonna do another scry.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
kind of take up like a position next to Rune. Well, I'll have my double take up position next to Rune.
Okay.
Makes it seem like I'm helping or assisting. And then I will 5th level goodbye. And I'll is that figure still behind us in that same place?
Yes.
I will cast what is this shit called? Steps of Night. Actually, wait, no, I have to do that first. Never mind. I'll just walk over.
Okay.
I think an action will disable that.
Are you?
Yes. Sneakily, very sneakily try to make my way over.
Okay. Roll stealth check with advantage.
Okay, that was trash. Ah, fuck me. Alright, whatever. 7. Should have done Steps of Night first. That's what it is.
I'm casting a spell into a mirror.
Okay. Probably about maybe 25 or 30 feet out, you notice this person kind of turn their head in your direction. And
Can I see them?
yeah, you can
Ooh,
see.
what do they look like?
They look like a very cloaked and dark figure.
Can't tell anything else from
Nailed
that.
it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Make a perception check with disadvantage. 'Cause it's basically, it's at
Ayo.
least dim light now. It based on everything that you've seen up to this point, and just a kind of glimpse of just the tiniest bit of facial features that you can see underneath the hood, you think this person is probably female. But they
And you
take
said
note
about
of
30
you.
feet away?
They kind of clock your direction and are kind of on alert right now.
You
Yep.
said I'm about 30 feet away?
Yep.
I'll cast Ascending.
Okay.
Oh shit, I already used 2 Sending, so whatever. I'll say, Venari, are you following me? That's
And
it.
as you do that, you become visible again.
Yes.
And The figure stands fully upright. And rushes over to you.
Ooh.
And when they get up to you, he pulls back the hood. And this is indeed Benari. You really need to be more careful.
I mean, yeah, but I'm sorry.
The Shadow's
Question.
Hand is loosely on the lookout for a blue elf and a female tiefling. Apparently for having attacked Snake. And maybe for essentially kicking the Grey Hand out of Aramore.
Is the fake Ray near me still? Or is he gone?
I think that disappears, right?
Oh.
You're probably the fake. Yeah, it's gone. Yep. And they're probably. He's probably. I'll say something like probably 80 or 90 feet away from you, Rune.
So
50,000 feet away.
I'm gonna look around and see if I can see him.
Make a perception check.
Because I don't know where he went.
They're back in town. Having a brewski.
16.
15.
15.
Oh, 15, yeah.
You're able to, see some figures. Probably Ray.
I'll stand up and
Maybe.
I'll just go, Ray! Ray!
You're too far away for a whisper.
Yeah, I know.
So, Venari talks to you, Ray. These people you're with, can they be trusted?
Absolutely, yeah. But that's not good. Yeah.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, okay.
Persuasion.
Oh, cool. 8.
It's fine, I'm just standing in the middle of the road, like, what the fuck do I do now?
Her eyes narrow a little bit, Ray.
Yes, you can trust them, but I mean, do you think it's safe for us to be in town then?
You just need to be more careful.
Okay.
You're not the only blue elf around, but being one isn't good.
Yeah.
At least at this point.
Okay.
So who's she?
That's Rune, one of my friends. We have a whole crew thing going on. They're good people. But yeah, why don't we I'll kind of motion over to Rune. I'll be like, "Hey Rune, come. We're good."
Oh, that's you, Ray?
Kind of motion up. Yes.
Okay, I'm coming! And I'll jog over.
This is as good a place as any to talk.
Yeah, you've been, I guess, following us back since the temple? That was you?
She nods. Come on, come this way.
All
And she kind of leads you just away from the gates more into, this whole place has got trees everywhere, and she just kind of leads you to a place where there's some trees and bushes off the path.
Rune, Venari, Rune.
Hi, it's a pleasure to meet you, and I hold my hand out for a handshake.
Mm-hmm. She nods. Turns back to Ray.
Okay.
So there's a lot of strange things happening with the hand lately.
Right? And you said you had a friend or an ally or something?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I did make friends. Someone who came up here back in early April. He's been kind of helping me investigate whatever the hell is going on in the Mordfin. I'll get to that in a second.
Is the Mordfin the place where we heard about the blight? Out of character.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
So, Ray, you're still one of us, right?
Not really. To be honest, I don't know what anything that's going on with the Gray Hand. I don't even know what happened back in Aramore, to be honest.
Here's the thing, I could use your help. So I'm willing to talk, but I need you to know that the Shadow's Hand is my family. I don't want anything bad to happen to them. But there's some strange shit going on, and something doesn't seem quite right. But I'm more interested in figuring out what's going on than I am in doing whatever the hell you did. Did you do it? To the Gray Hand?
No.
You didn't attack Snake?
Well, that was. I feel like there was a couple of misunderstandings there. Yeah, but
Well, Snake kind of tried to frame some guy. I don't remember his name. And then we kind of tried to fix that, but it didn't fix it.
So you goody two shoes.
Well, no, but
it was kind of Torch's fault, but then it was also kind of Viper's fault. I don't know, it was a whole thing. We just kind of stumbled into it, I guess.
Well, whatever the case, whatever it is you did, I don't want the same thing to happen up here.
Hey, we're not here to cause trouble. We're just here to. We have some of our own shit to deal with.
Rune's like nodding her head emphatically and shaking her head whenever Ray says something that like she agrees with.
So the first weird thing that's going on is that the hand is keeping someone by the name of the Boxmaker as an apparent favor for the Dawn. You know the Dawn?
I don't think so.
It's the same thing as us, basically, but down in Datavar.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
So I've seen this woman, and I don't know exactly what is going on with that. There's some sort of rumor around that she's got some kind of special magic trick, and that's why she needs to be here. Or why the Dawn wants her here, out of the way, apparently. So the Shadow Master's basically doing the Dawn a solid or some shit. But that's not what we do.
Okay. So this box maker, they're being held captive, pretty much?
Yeah, they're in jail in the Deep Mott.
Okay, and what, are we trying to free them?
No, I don't know. That's just the first thing. The first weird thing that's going on.
I definitely did have do I have Epic above table? Sure. Vigo said he had letters that had to do with the box maker secured and all that. Is that letters he gave me? Is that my inventory?
You would have to tell me that, because I don't know if I tracked that detail.
I don't think I have a letter here.
With regard to the content of the letters, you can certainly know that.
I do remember that, yeah. I don't have anything in my inventory, so I'm going to say no.
Has Boxmaker been mentioned anywhere?
Not to you. I don't think I mentioned it to the group.
I don't remember.
I didn't put very detailed notes here. I just put what the notes said.
Okay.
So the timing may be Venari keeps talking. The timing may be coincidental, but there's been a strange guy that's kind of been coming and going in and out of the Deep Mott. He's not, as far as I know, part of the Shadow's Hand, and it's definitely not one of the goblin tinkerers that comes in and out of the city. This guy looked downright scary. He was also a blue elf. That she kind of looks you up and down, Ray, and is like, but he's got skin that's a lot darker than yours. He's got slick back white hair, red eyes, jet black metal armor, spikes all over the place. If I've got my information correct, his name is Mordric Varger.
Oh, fuck.
And I heard a rumor that the Shadow Master had given him something called Abyssal Shimmerstone. That's strange for two reasons, because Abyssal Shimmerstone is exceedingly rare, and it's one of the hand's most valued and prized materials. The Goblin Tinkerers tend to use it for the shit that they make. And second, the Shadow Master never just gives shit away. So, that's weird too. And then the last thing is just, it's not really a weird thing, it's just about some investigation that I've done in the Mordfin. And yeah, there's a blight affecting the forest, and here's the kicker. Shadow's Hand is responsible for it, Ray. Shadow Master is trying to undo whatever the fuck happened there. But Ray, that mission we were on, the last one we did, that was intended to be a distraction for whatever the Hand did in the forest that created this thing. So we didn't just stumble upon that elf village. Jake led us there. And Ray, you know this name was the leader of that crew. We were part of the whole op, Ray.
Well, this changes a lot of things. Okay, so I mean, what do you have any plans on what you're trying to do with the shadow? You don't want to get involved with the Shadow's Hand, do you? Or Shadow Monster and all that?
Kind of looks at you and to Rune, back to you. I'm part of the Shadow's Hand, Ray.
Yeah, but you're not trying to. Are you trying to disrupt what they're doing right now? Here in
No,
Starsguard?
I don't want to disrupt what they're doing. I want to find out what's going on. There's just my primary goal is trying to figure out what's going on in the Mordfin. And since the Shadow Master wants to undo whatever was done there, I think we'd have an ally there. But the situation is really complicated with that, because there's this whole faction of the Shadow's Hand that doesn't want that to happen. They seem to revel in the fact that blight is taking over the Mordfin. And so the Shadow Master has to kind of balance stuff. He's got to tiptoe around shit.
Politics.
Yeah.
And who's this ally?
His name's Kaibo.
And he's with the Shadow's Hand too?
Yeah, I mean, he came here basically just looking for work. He's an Aarakocra. Showed up here a couple months ago. And he found out what was going on in the Mordfin too. He's sort of I guess he's a druid. So he's not too pleased with it. And so he and I have just been kind of poking around as much as we can. And that's as much as we found out so far.
So the Shadow's Hand is the one that's in Starsguard. The Dawn is the one that's down in Dadavar, and
Yep.
what's the one that was in Aramor?
Greyhand.
Greyhand, thank you. Okay.
Well, do we think this box maker has anything to do with the blight too? Or are they
don't
just
know.
something else?
She did not show up here until like well after the blight had spawned, so I think it's probably not related.
And you said Mordrick visits her?
Not that I know of.
Okay, that's not. It's just going in and out
Mordrick
of
met with the
the.
Shadow Master.
Oh, the Shadow Master. Not the. I forget what you called the prison.
Boxmaker.
No, the prison.
Deepmont.
Deepmont. Thank you. Because I thought you said he was going in and out of Deepmont.
Yes, Mordrick was going in and out of Deepmont. Yes.
Oh, okay.
You got it.
And what's this
Got it.
abyssal shimmer stone again?
You're asking me or Venari?
Oh, sorry, Venari. I'm asking Venari in character.
I mean, I don't really know what it is, but it's just something that the hand values just about above anything else. Like it's the shit that the hand steals from here and there and everywhere. A lot of it ends up in the hands of these goblin tinkerers down there in Shadowholm, and sometimes they use this stuff to like make magic shit. So it's got some kind of magical properties, and apparently that's what this Mordrick character wanted. What he was using it for, God knows.
You don't think he was responsible for the blight, do you? Or if he was part of that side of the Shadow Hand?
Maybe.
Okay. Well,
Well,
wow.
Ray, you remember Derek's friend, Old Swanson, told us about the blight in the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you something. I was told to come to Shadowland, and I could possibly find a way to help fight the blight somehow. I don't really know too much else, but I don't know. I was told to use a necklace we found to empower my sword. Haven't quite figured out how to do that. But that's what I was told, and then, I could use my sword to help, I don't know, fight back against this blight and the Morphin.
Who told you to do this?
Behanin?
Really?
Wait, when
Yeah,
did
she sounded
Sehnine
kind of
tell you that, Ray?
like a couple of days ago.
The Morphin is her forest, after all.
Yeah. And we owe it to them. We owe it to the people of the forest. We owe it to her. So I don't know. Especially, I don't know. It really is our fault. At least we're responsible.
I mean, I don't know anything about what you guys were into before I met Ray, which has only been like 2 months ago now, but I still don't believe you would be capable of, like, doing that on purpose.
I don't know, people are capable of anything.
Yeah, but not you.
Even me.
I mean, did you do that on purpose? Did you know you were going on that mission to distract from whatever?
Not really, but I don't even know if that would change anything. I don't know.
I mean, do you want to fix it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, then
And
that's
that's
what
what we're
matters.
gonna do. All right. So, I mean, do you have any ideas, Venari, on where to start? I was thinking maybe. I guess we could meet with your friend first. Maybe do they have any other information?
You talking about Kaibo?
Yeah, Kyle.
No, I
Kaibo?
don't think so. Kaibo.
Kaibo.
Qaibo.
Okay,
Kaibo.
thank you.
No, I mean he's sort of kind of like my errand boy.
Oh, another one.
I don't think he knows anything that I don't.
Okay.
He's a little green. But in terms of like trying to rid the Mordfin of the blight, I have no fucking clue. It sounds like you've got more insight into that from your goddess.
You
I
also
do.
said that the leader of your organization thing wants to fix it?
He wants, yeah, apparently he wants the blight to be gone. He considers it too big of a risk, too big of a threat, unknown.
Would it be a horrible idea to suggest we talk with him?
That's gonna be hard.
I don't know anything about your organization, so I'm just putting it out there.
I mean, you
I
can
mean,
certainly try.
Have you spoken to Shadow Master?
Not about any of this stuff, no.
I mean, if he has to deal with, and with bullshit politics, with one, I guess, side of the Shadow Hand not wanting this blight to go away, we can. I don't know. Maybe we could be like a.
An outside influence that
Yeah.
would help.
He might be open to that. I think more than anything, he needs to. If someone had a solution to getting rid of the blight, he would need some kind of
Proof.
plausible deniability, just so it doesn't upset the apple cart too much with the venomers. That's the
Right.
zealots. The zealots of Zahir.
Zealots of
Apparently
Zahir?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're a faction of the Shadow's Hand. They hold a fair amount of power within the hand.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Is it possible to arrange a meeting with the Shadow Master, or maybe somebody else he trusts?
Can
Does he
try.
trust you?
I don't see why he wouldn't.
I wouldn't be opposed to you being the liaison, as it were. I mean, you
Can
know
certainly
Ray.
try, but I imagine he might want to meet with the people in
Yeah.
person.
I mean, that's fine.
Your particular situation is a bit more precarious than would be ideal.
So where's the Gray Hand in all of this?
Wait, what do you mean by that?
The fact that the Shadow's Hand is out looking for a female tiefling and a blue elf.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so where's the Gray Hand? Is the Gray Hand just not involved at all with the Shadow Hand then?
Yeah, not at the present, because of what went down in Aramore, apparently.
Okay, but the Shadow Hand's looking for us because of what happened to the Gray Hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
It basically broke a
Yeah.
link in the organization.
Yeah, it's definitely concerning.
My bad.
So that's just all to say that if you did happen to go talk to the Shadow Master, that's something that's going to be on the table, most likely.
Yeah, well, I mean, are they really friendly with the Grey Hand? Do they care that much? Or they're just more concerned about themselves?
The Shadow's hand and the Grey Hand worked side by side.
Hmm.
I could guarantee that that wouldn't happen here. If that helps.
Alright. Well, I'll think of something, I suppose.
I could try to make inroads, investigate, see.
Either that or we just make it, Derek, Sorry Lake, Myra, and the Wolf be the point of contacts too.
I mean,
But I feel
you
like I
could.
need to be responsible here, so
It
I
could
need
also
to
be
step up.
you. You could also do that and just. I could kind of sit out,
Well,
I
we'll
guess,
figure
for
something out.
that.
We can always workshop, figure
Because, like,
details out.
technically, it was my fault what happened to them.
Well, that's on the table. I mean, if we need to, I guess we can
But, I mean, I'm sure that they
explain it.
would be able to find out that there's a purple tiefling girl in the city, so.
Yeah, I don't know how well that's gonna go over, to be honest. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
that,
not well, I'm at a loss here right now. There's a lot of a lot more complication than I was hoping for.
yeah, that's really complicated.
We probably shouldn't stay here much longer. I will see if I can find out how amenable the Shadow Master might be to having a meeting with a group of people who may have a solution to the blight. And she kind of looks at you expectantly.
Well, we'll say I do have a solution. We could keep it at that.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
We don't know if your sword
Okay.
can do that. We don't know.
That is true. That is a fair point.
But in any
Okay.
case, I'll contact you if you need to get in touch with me. And she kind of pulls something out of her pocket, hands it over to you, Ray.
Yeah, this magic thing is a pain in the ass.
It's this small red stone. So just you need to focus on this for a while. And once you've done that, it can help get around those fucking green lights.
Oh.
It's not a guarantee, but it'll help.
I'll take what I can. Yeah, I mean, and is there any? I mean, you know where we're staying. We're staying at the Lamp and Light.
Well, I didn't know, but
Oh,
thank you.
Well, we're staying at the Lamp and Light.
I figured you might be, but I was following you to see where you were because I was going to come visit you.
Oh, in the middle of the night, in my room.
Alone.
Okay. I think I'm gonna head back now. You can catch up.
It's not like that. But yes, you should head back. Separately, you guys go ahead.
I'll put my hand on her shoulder. I mean, it was good to see you, and talk more than 25 words at a time.
She stares back into your eyes for a hot minute.
Steamy.
Right. Okay. All right, go.
Yep.
Go.
Rune's already walking off.
To the gate.
Alrighty, so you guys head back into town. we'll say you're able to get back up to the general vicinity of the lamp and light by about, it'll almost be 9 o'clock at that point. So we'll take a break right here, and then we will come back to Wolf and Lake and Myra.
Whoa!
Okie dokie.
What's that item called? Or if you have it.
I'm gonna have to make it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
Do your thing.
My
Whenever.
MacGuffin,
I'll do a
3.0.
placeholder. We can do the same
Red
thing
Rock.
as last time.
Red Robin.
I had to try really hard to not say that.
Well, now it's gonna be shaped like a little bird. So there you go.
You're welcome.
Red Robin MacGuffin.
Red Robin.
Okay, I'll be back in a bit.
Okay, BRB too.
Very bad.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Did anybody happen to get the last name of Mordric in their little sketchy notes?
Well, unfortunately for you, I don't take notes that don't pertain to me being in the conversation. So
Okay, that's fair. Shit. I will have to watch the VOD.
or just ask Epic as soon as he gets back, which I think is
Yeah.
right now.
I don't know.
I heard him slam down something on his desk.
I don't think so.
It's all an illusion. A
It's
wave
all
of
in
the
your head.
hand. A test of your reflexes.
No, thank you.
Oh, fuck. And nope. Let's see. Shoulder, I guess I can see.
Well.
Is that Epic back?
Yep. Epic's back.
What was Mordric's
Welcome
last
back.
name?
I'll type it.
Thank you.
I'm gonna reset real quick though because my text chat box is all fucked up for some reason.
His name was Guy Crack.
Or just
Obviously.
Lord Fed.
It's still fucked up.
You're fucked up.
Mordric Mordfen. Got it. Varger. Varger.
Bradford Burger.
Thank you.
Shit's gone.
For the more.
Okay, who we missing? We got everybody or no?
I'm here.
Nice. Oof.
I'm here.
I'm here.
Ellie, Myra. Okay, I think we're good to go.
Yay.
Break's over, Ellie.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing. I did the thing.
Excellent. So we're back at the bar. Was there anything that the three of you wanted to do? Drunk Myra, Woof, and Lake alone at the table outside.
Blake would get a stout, side of bacon, and for the first time in a long time, the special that he would order at the tap back home when he was still talking to Nell, he would try to find the closest thing on the menu and order that.
Okay.
It's their food, right? It's their food, right?
They do serve food, yes.
Okay.
And they definitely serve bacon. We'll put it at probably 1 gold for the lot.
Sure.
And like I said previously, I would have dragged Myra to, I assume, my room since she would be too drunk to go get hers from her bag. Sit her down on the bed as I start brewing some tea.
Ooh, this bed's so comfy.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you think so, because we're going to be sleeping in these kinds of beds later tonight.
I feel like I'm on a cloud.
It really does amuse me how much you love drinking, but you can't hold your drink. Like, it really tickles my fancy.
Really?
Yeah, usually people that aren't that strong drinkers, they tend to stand way clear alcohol.
Hmm. I don't know. I kind of like how it makes me feel like I can forget things. It's a nice distraction.
Well, there's definitely merit to that. Just don't, know your limits and don't overdo it. Like it's good to feel good. It's not good to feel like you just exposed the last 5 hours and a half.
Well, I mean, that's kind of hard to tell because I felt great.
Yeah,
Even after the 5 drinks.
yeah,
Like, I felt good.
everybody feels great after puking their guts out.
Well, I mean, even before that. I felt fine. It just hit me all of a sudden.
Well, you did three drinks shotgun style, so respect, mind you. But that would do it if you have a weak stomach.
I'm weak.
Weak stomach,
Hmm.
Myra.
Oh, but you're right. I am weak.
I did not say that. Don't put words in my mouth.
It's okay. Weak
I
stomach, weak body.
I start bringing over the tea, and I first bunk her head with my arm very softly, and then hand it over to her. And I go back to make something to eat so that she has something in her stomach.
Oh, what kind of tea is this?
It's jasmine.
Tastes good. And comforting.
Oh, I'm glad you like it.
What are you making?
I want to call it a page 3, but I'm not making it. It's more so like a cracker-esque thing that will help you have something to soak up the alcohol you're probably gonna drink after we leave this room.
Only if you join me.
Girl, I'm gonna join you regardless of what your condition is. So
Hey, I'm happy with that.
I make like Epic, you would know this. You know the fucking awful tasting bread that the MRIs tend to have?
MREs?
That's what I meant. Closer
Yeah,
to
probably.
closer to crackers
Yeah.
than they are to bread.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Essentially, I'm making that.
Okay. Is this your special food?
This would be my special food.
I love your special food.
Well, you're whatever you're doing over there. Do you remember what I told you back at Monsignor Manor?
Aside that you're grateful that I was able to get you from harm's way, and aside from you owing me one.
Yeah. Um, I was thinking. mm, I was thinking maybe I can treat you to dinner as a
Oh,
thank you.
treating me to dinner, eh? You taking me somewhere?
I mean, I don't know this place, but yeah, I mean, food's nice, I guess. So,
He chuckles and goes, I don't think food is okay. I think food is great.
well, see you there. Dinner.
I wouldn't mind going to dinner with you, Myra.
And you still need clothes, right?
I mean, eventually, like, only Rune managed to get something from this town. I was thinking of getting something from this town too, but I know that's not what you mean.
And Myra puts like her teacup off to the side and kind of like just rubs her temples for a bit. I was well, I know I helped you at my family's at my parents' house, but I would like to try to design you some clothes.
He kind of stops what he's doing and gets lost. And slaps his face quickly and goes, "Hey, as long as you're comfortable doing it, I will appreciate any gift that you give me."
You okay?
No, you just. He puts down his utensils that he was using and then drags his chair over. It's just what you said. Brought back difficult memories. And it's not just you bringing them back. Back when we were talking to that. Guess the best word I can give her is hag in the cemetery. Is she a hag?
Not entirely sure, but yeah, I know you're. Yeah, I remember.
She mentioned a name. A name that makes me uneasy. And that brought back a memory that I had rather not think of when I'm still acclimating to you guys as a core group, you know? And then you just said something that someone that I held dear back in the past used to say a lot.
I didn't mean to bring up. And Maya just rubs her temples a little bit more and like kind of looks up to stare at Wolf's face. I didn't.
I'm gonna firmly grab your shoulder and squeeze in a comforting manner and go, "Hey, for as much as you get in people's head, you don't know what's going on inside of them, right?
Right.
You didn't know, and like you have things you'd rather not mention. I have my own things I'd rather not mention. The only thing you need to know that it might come up later. That's something that I don't want to face. But I will be open with you since I brought them up." He's gonna walk back to the kitchen counter, finish up his special treat, then bring it back, hand it over to Myra. Then he sits down next to her in the chair that he pulled up. Takes a big sigh and goes, "So you know that I've told you guys vaguely what happened in my town, right?"
Yeah. Vaguely.
As a quick reminder, it's, it's not easy to talk about. Had to do with the entire annihilation of my friends, you know. But one of them wasn't a friend. One of them was a little bit more than that. Her name was
Lover?
Michaela. Yeah. I think lover is too small of a word. Because I never viewed her as just a lover. She was my, guess the closest thing is my childhood friend. That later became a little bit more. And it wasn't anything official, we were just really close. And like you, she had a knack for making clothes. I had a knack of being careless and ruining my clothes. You know, my background in cooking, but as a dwarf, I also have a knack for steelwork, as he points at the bracelet in your arm, as you probably already had guessed. So over time, we decided to make a business. I would make the metal components of the clothing that she would sew, and she would make the leather of it.
So,
Go ahead, sorry.
I don't know. I didn't mean to interrupt. It's just y'all complimenting each other.
Yeah. And then over time, we grew closer, but not to the point where I was young. I don't want to call it love. Just, I knew I could trust her. But then... He pauses again. Goba, whenever they came to town, kinda pointed out something that I hadn't considered. Goba said, "Well, if you guys already spend so much time together, why not just make it official? Since we would both wake up, both go to work, both make something, right?" Then spend the afternoon together, and then eventually head off. I just didn't think much of it. But then, though, Goba kind of brought it up to point. So young me went, "Alright, why not?" So behind her back, I made a ring. I just had to go get one more thing. His voice starts shaking. I needed to get the gemstone to put on it. So I told Goba. Goba knew of a place, and we went off under the pretense of going to go get more materials for me to work in for the shop.
Mhm.
Obviously, Michaela didn't think much of it because it's a supply run that I've done before. Weeks pass, I came back, and it's all gone. He's shaking now. Everything was gone, burned to a crisp. Dozens upon hundreds of people gone. And I wasn't there. Goba wasn't there. Obviously, you could tell me that 2 more people couldn't have possibly stopped it. But then 3 took care of an entire crash. So we did eventually learn that it was a bunch of, well, the important thing is, after we got done taking out the cash, I found something that alluded to Michaela being sold as a slave. Sold by a certain Vertrania, which the name came up earlier today, technically, right? So it's the realization that I may have to face that again. It's the loose end that I have left. I need to see her body. If she's dead, or if she's alive. I just need to know what happened to her. It's been 3 long years. Anything could have happened. But it still sits in the back of my head.
I put my hand on his shoulder. Well, don't don't blame yourself. But I mean, she was sold as a slave. There's hope that she's still alive. And if she is, do you still have the ring for her?
I sold that a long time ago. And trust me, at first I was. But 3 years is a long time, Myra. And we were never anything. So I eventually not gave up on her being alive, but rather I need to move forward, which Goba pushed me a little bit as well. Like, hey, you need to get yourself out there again. And I tried. But I am the least charismatic person I could know.
What are you talking about? I thought when I first met you, even though you were so strongly forward, it, I don't know, provided like a special charm to you. And I liked it. It was a refresher for someone being so forward.
He chuckles and responds, I needed to hear that. Thanks, Myra.
Sometimes, if you, I'm not good with relationships. I've only had one. Um, but if you want to find someone true or someone to like, be with, just be yourself. Like if you're that, bored, honest, up to the point, then just continue doing that. Someone out there will appreciate it. There's someone for everyone, I think.
Yeah, you're right. It's just something that's been on my mind, and then it's gonna keep coming up, so I'd rather somebody know, just in case I'm not in the room when that name gets brought up again. And hey, still meant what I, as you put it, brashly put out there. I do think you're an amazing person. And you also deserve to give yourself a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, too, you know?
Benefit of doubt on.
Well, you did just admit earlier that you drink to make you feel better. And you did twist my words into saying that I thought you were weak when I was talking about your stomach.
Oh, thanks. I'll try to have a better outlook on myself. And thanks for this tea and food. It actually did help me sober up a little bit.
Well, you're not gonna say that in the next 30 minutes as soon as we walk out of here. So let's just take it easy for a little bit if you want.
Yeah. Well, to liven up this conversation, what kind of, I don't know, what kind of place you want me to treat you to? Something fancy, something with lots of meat, so like,
Tell you what, you don't have to go anywhere. You know how to cook. I know how to cook. I'll make you something and you make me something. How's that?
ooh, I kind of like
Doesn't
that.
doesn't have to be anytime soon. We're not exactly in the best location to just ask for a kitchen and we can do whatever we want. But we can put it out there.
That's actually a good idea. I like that.
You can still go somewhere in the meantime.
Yeah.
Well, let's make our first date cooking together then, huh?
A, a date?
He smiles.
Sure.
He gets up the chair. He takes your hand and gets you up. And go, come on, let's get out of the room before they get the wrong idea.
Maya's face just beats red, especially with the date and what he just said. Yeah, you're right. So I kind of just Maya just intertwines her arms with yours, put her hand on your, what is it, biceps? God, I don't know my body parts. And just
Anatomy.
yeah, anatomy. And just I'm just gonna look down, beat red.
And before I walk out the door, I tell her, you sure you don't want to try flushing her face with water real quick?
Oh, I'm sure.
Alright, you're still drunk then, if that's what we're going for. And I walk her out to join Lick, which we would walk together, so I would know that he's in the inn still. Or is in the inn.
Holding your table.
Holding the table.
You see him. I guess he would be eating, I don't know, we'll say, what's puff grub? Bangers and mash. There you go.
Hey, Lick.
Oh, chewing on the porch. Hey, Wolf, what's up? Is Mara okay?
Yeah, she's much better than she was before. She's still a little bit flushed in the face, but that's still normal for someone who can't take her alcohol.
Howdy, okay?
Oh, feeling a little bit more chipper. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
What you got there, man? Sits on the table.
Bangers and mashed. Haven't had it in a while, but I don't know. I was feeling for it. We'll say.
Home food.
What's that now?
Home food.
Home food?
Yeah, food from your home. Home food.
Oh, yeah. I used to get it at after my shift. I would go to the same pub. It's actually where I met my wife. She was a bartender there, or at least moonlighted as one. Anyway, I would always get this and a pint.
All right, I think I'll join you then, because that does look kind of scrumptious. Waitress, I'll have what he's having, but double the beer.
Make sure you get some green onion in the mashed.
I'll have one drink this time.
Alrighty. 2 silver for Myra, and it's gonna be like, I don't know, 8 silver for you, Woof. Woof, your shit, like, technically speaking, takes an hour to do. Is that right?
Yeah, because it's a short rest.
Okay. All right. We'll just go ahead and say then that Ray and Rune are coming back, and it's about 9.
Oh yeah, by
Hey
the way,
guys.
oh hey, I was just saying. By the way, that naked guy got up and left with his guards just a few moments ago.
Was he still naked?
Why wouldn't he be?
Yeah, why wouldn't he be?
Just checking, I guess.
Look, if
I
you
mean,
got it, you
somebody
gotta
could have given
flaunt
him
it.
a cloak or something.
Look, if he's
Fine.
on the stage naked, why? I don't think he would need a cloak as soon as he gets off of the stage. If you catch my drift.
He wasn't on the stage, right? He was watching, right?
Yeah, he was watching. Yeah, right. At
Okay.
the front.
Okay.
Listen,
He's doing the thing now.
being from the capital, I've seen a lot weirder things. Being naked is sort of normal.
I don't know. That was pretty weird.
I don't know. I've traveled a long time too. That's still not weird. It's not the weirdest thing you'll come across. At least it looked nice. Some people do that, they don't look nice.
I guess that's true.
How to go outside the gates, by the way? Did they let you cast whatever you need to cast?
Oh, yeah. It went well. I look at
doing-
Ray.
You're investigating that vial, right?
No, I have to go to potion shops that are not open. But I have to do that tomorrow. So I'll probably do that in the morning.
Why are you talking like that?
Ray?
Yeah, it's there's a lot going on.
Hey, you said potions, right? I want to go too. I need to buy more health potions.
I'm not going to a potion shop. I'm going to, I think he said arcane practitioners. I don't know if they
He
sell
said
potions
potions.
there.
You just said potions.
Yeah, I said that, but
Insight check.
What even is going
look,
on?
I don't know what I'm talking about. You don't even need an insight check. Rune doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. All I have are names, man.
Okay, you wanna elaborate?
Yeah, not Heimer and Spokona. That's where Hirohide, that guy, told me to take my little Violet Acre. Atagi, that's his name.
That's the
You
one.
talk. So you talked to Atagi again outside?
No. Wolf mentioned the vial, and why
I
are we
thought-
talking about?
Because I thought that's what you guys were doing outside.
No,
That's the one thing you brought up before
No.
you left.
no, I went outside to cast magic.
Yeah, but I thought it was something to do with the Ichor vial.
No, I wanted to scry on my brother.
Why
And-
didn't you just say that?
We didn't have the chance. Myra was throwing up.
think,
There was a lot
Sorry.
happening.
I think when we have a little bit more downtime, there needs to be some.
I think we need to also have
Coordination
this
for-
conversation inside somewhere,
We are inside.
No, we're not.
We're inside,
in like a room.
We're
We're-
inside but outside.
We're outside by the stage.
By the way, you guys should try the bangers and mash. They're great. Make sure you get some green onion in the mash. I mean, not as good as that of our, but hey.
Are the green onions different down there?
I don't think he's talking about just the green onions, but
Oh,
Yeah,
Do they
they're-
just not come with green onions? Or I have to ask though.
is that another joke?
No, but I'm being legitimate.
yeah, just because you grow the same food, just doesn't make them taste the same because you're from different places.
Should I ask for more green onions? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, it doesn't always come with green onions.
Gotcha.
Talk about the wrong part of the thing here. We were trying to see what
Sorry,
you guys were
sorry,
up to.
yeah,
I've been
I'm
over here the
still-
whole entire time.
I'm sorry.
You're
I'm
the
just a
naked guy
little-
getting up and leaving.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Why are you
you're
looking
right.
at the naked guy?
Because I just noticed him getting up and leaving.
I mean, kind of hard to miss that, I'm sure.
I'll get some bangers and mash.
Okay. All
Make
right,
sure they have green
five
onions in
silver.
it, Epic, or I'll
They,
send
they-
it back.
They eventually bring you some bangers and mash, and it has green onions in it, as requested.
I would like some too.
5 silver. Another order of bangers
Another
and
5
mash.
silver.
Another 5
Turns out Ray
silver.
doesn't like green onions, so he spits
Great.
it out.
And no, you like pick it out.
It's all mixed in there, real good. It's
He'll-
not just
he'll,
sprinkled on top.
He'll
And
kind
they
of
serve the bangers
remove
on
it
top
with
of the
a
mash.
fork. Yeah, he'll have to remove it with the fork and kind of pick it out.
Nah, or
Excellent.
do what I do with corn. Eat the food normally, but then spit out
Spit
the
it
corn.
out.
Oh no!
It's not my
I feel like
fault.
that's
I can't
harder
always.
with green onions.
I mean, yeah, you're right. However, it's not my fault. That corn's still fucking small. I can't notice it always.
Halfway into the meal, Ray's just gonna deal with it and just swallow it whole.
Oh,
Not
Poor
chew
Ray.
it.
I mean,
You happy, Derek? You happy?
You swallowing the bangers whole?
Well, the green onions, you know, he's
It's the parts that guaranteed to have green onions,
The
which is
green
all.
onions are
Yeah.
chopped up, my dude.
he'll deal with it. He'll bear the nasty taste of the green onions.
Okay. All right.
hey Dirk, I don't think I can eat all this. Do you want? Do you want some? I don't think I can eat all this. This is so much food.
You can't eat 3 bangers and a side of mashed potatoes?
It's a lot of food, Derek.
You'll take a banger and eat it.
I don't eat that much.
Oh, right, you ate at that artisanal place in Aramore.
Well, yeah. But I don't see what that has to do with this.
The serving portions are what I fed my dog at home.
You ate there too?
Just looking at the menu.
Well, looking at the menu is different than actually getting food.
I think I said to you, they're also what my food eats.
Well, that's fine.
Usually places like that also have a menu for dogs, in case you're wondering.
For dogs?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
there was a place I visited where the pastry shop always made peanut butter snacks for honestly, any critter. Didn't have to be dogs.
I don't really want to talk about my date that went horribly wrong.
That's fair. Alright, so do we want to... I mean, you guys finish your food, obviously, but do we want to talk at one of our... Excuse me, one of our rooms? Sorry, that's the bangers talking. And some of the stout.
Yeah, we should.
Well, I made some snacks in mine. We can talk in mine.
Okay.
Still
Really
have
good
some left-
snacks.
Still have some leftover tea.
Oh, sure. What kind of tea?
Jasmine.
Jasmine.
Derek, Blake just looks at you two. Shrugs. I could go for some jasmine. Tea.
Myra just
Okay.
looks down at the table.
I like how you specify tea after the fact.
You okay there, Myra?
Myra, are you okay? What's going on?
No, I'm fine.
She's
Here.
still not entirely sober, so she drank a lot. I can only do so
She-
much.
She did just drink more.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to my room. I'll fancy everything back up.
Okay.
I'm gonna help her. I'm gonna like put my arm around her shoulder and help her, walk straight.
I rest my head on you.
My room.
Make your way to Woof's room. And it smells like...
Jasmine tea. Like
And dough.
sex. Eh. Like sex.
Smells like funk.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways. I start heating up the tea, and I hand them the special food.
Cheers.
Like, you would recognize this.
Oh.
Would I recognize this as food since you've cooked for me before? Or
I
no?
would not have made you this.
Okay.
This isn't flavorful. This is tasteless. This is just meant to feed you.
It's saltines. Understood.
Worse. But go ahead.
It's field rations.
Mhm.
Ah.
It's very doughy to make sure you're full, but it has no flavor. Anyways,
I pick it apart and I'm like, it's got a weird texture.
yeah, it's really flaky just because you have to make it that way.
You get used to it, Rune.
If you dip it in jasmine tea, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah. I just needed to make sure that she had something in her stomach because I knew she was gonna drink more.
That makes sense. That's smart. So I went outside and I sprayed on my brother. Apparently he was at a meeting, well, what I assume is a council meeting. It was boring and stupid for most of it, and nothing was interesting until they started talking about shipments to Kirkenna and that there was some sort of an accident or something that happened to the shipment, and somebody else, well, the person who was talking about it said that a Vidari had maybe done it, and then somebody else was arguing that maybe the Vidari weren't responsible, and then somebody else suggested that, like, maybe it was the RSS. I don't know what the RSS is.
Does that ring a bell for me? Yeah.
Yes. Realm Security Service, sort of like the CIA of the Crown.
The RSS?
RSS, yeah. You know what that is?
The Realm Security Service of Datavar. Who was talking?
I don't know. He was kind of... Grrr. I don't know. It's all really blurry. Like, when you're in the sky, you can't, like, see anything besides, like, your focus. And, like, I only recognized my brother and the Prime Star because I know them. I don't know who this guy was. But he was saying that he doubts that the RSS would get involved to do the Queen's dirty work. And...
Hold on. Queen Isbal?
I guess?
What was the energy in the room after they said that?
I mean, it was kind of tense during this whole part. And that's not even the whole thing.
Did
Like,
the
huh?
person speaking, that they have a badge on them that kind of looks like this, and he rummages for like a piece of like paper and draws Queen Isbal's symbol. They look like this.
Did that thing, can I have seen that stuff? Or was it just kind of
Thing
like
that.
What was that?
You didn't notice any kind of badge or insignia, no.
I did not see anything like that, no. But they were talking about the fact that it was like a big cost for Skystrand to like do that and send these shipments. I don't know what the hell these are, but
Do you feel like this shortens our window for us to do what we need to do?
no. They... No, it doesn't really affect us that much. It's just something that, like, we should be aware of, I guess. And because apparently the Vidari are a suspect in whatever this is, and apparently we've joined the Vidari. Who are the Vidari? Why did we join them? I mean, we know why we joined them. We joined them for teleporting, but who are they? And I mean, there was this note that we found a long time ago that was for the Queen. I mean, right? It was from the Queen to the Prime Star. And it
At least.
yeah, and I'll take out that piece of paper that I have and I'll show it to Wolf because Wolf doesn't know about it. And I think it has something to do with this note that we found when we were on our way to Curse All Downs. No, wrong cave. Was it?
We told somebody on the road.
It was Aylmar's cave. I don't remember which cave it was. Grimsworth Grotto. Found it.
Yep.
Anyway, I mean, that's a whole mystery that really we have no new information on, but that wasn't the whole conversation I heard, and that's not the part that really worried me, although it is relevant to lake.
Go ahead.
I mean, they said that they're going to continue to curry favor with that possible threat. I don't know what that means, because the possible threat could be the kingdom, or it could be Krakenna.
Or it could be whoever they suspect ravaged the transport.
Or it could be that, yes. But they mentioned, the Prime Star specifically mentioned that there are fluctuations in the Prime Star of my city, and for Wolf, the Prime Star is both my city's power source and the leader of the city. It's really confusing. I know. I'm sorry, but they mentioned that there's energy fluctuations, and they
Sorry,
don't know what's causing it.
who's trying to curry favor with what threat? Sorry, I'm just trying to get everything straight. There's a lot of information here.
Yeah, Skystrand is trying to curry favor with the possible threat that is nearest to us. They said we must continue to curry favor with the possible threat that is nearest to us. And then they went on to mention that Dadavar is a world away, but Rila stands at our doorstep.
So is that Skystrand trying to align with Rila?
Or keep her at bay? Because I know they've been trying to get us to, I guess, join or whatever they do. I wasn't really part of any of that. I don't know how Starsguard joined them, or if it was like a hostile takeover. I don't know what any of that. I don't know how that works. I don't.
It sounds like your leader is just trying to keep your nation safe. If
Yeah.
it means making friends with the closest neighbor as opposed to capital city or a long ways away.
I mean, yeah, but there have always been like talks about Starsguard and Skystrand, and why did Starsguard join the kingdom and Skystrand didn't join the kingdom, and the fact that
Rune, make a history check.
Dirty 20.
Okay. So back on the bit about Dadavar and Rila and stuff, and the statement from the Prime Star about needing to continue to curry favor with the possible threat that is nearest to us. Kind of combining that with the note that you had before that mentioned another city.
Sphax.
Yeah, so you know that city is part of the Ashunian Empire. And so if there are shipments of supplies and goods that are being coordinated,
it might go through there.
It's probably going through there, and there's probably some money changing hands, and
okay.
So the Ashunian Empire as a whole would stand to gain from that sort of activity and those sorts of transactions.
Okay. So they wouldn't have any reason to, say, like, sabotage it. Or they would have reason to sabotage it. Is that what you're saying?
No, from your perspective, it would not make sense for Rila, which is the capital of the Ashunian, to sabotage anything like that.
Okay.
What about its facts? According to my dotted line of traveling, I may or may not have visited Sphax.
Yeah, let me look real quick. Ryu, is this in your channel or is it?
I put it on maps. I most recently put it on maps.
Yeah, you probably went through there then. Yeah.
My question in that case is just the general vibe that the Sphaxinians have towards the Empire. Based on
Good.
rumors I may have heard.
Good.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, right now we're just mostly talking about hypotheticals since we don't know what the big picture is. So, first we need to figure out what happened to this transport and see if there's something that we can figure out to bring to the table.
I mean, if that's even something we need to figure out at all, because it seems like it's a world away.
It would curry us favor if for some strand of luck the caravan was coming near here, since they're trying to carry favor towards multiple places, not just places in their own empire, right? That's the general vibe.
It wouldn't be near here though, because Kirkenna is between. We're on an island on the right side of the map. Kirkenna's in the middle.
That, but boats are a thing, Rune.
Yeah, but Kirkenna's in the middle, and then Skystrand and the other thing are on the left of the map.
My point still stands.
But I don't know why a boat from Skystrand would go to the right, away from Kirkenna, and then to Kirkenna.
Commerce. Ellie.
Well, okay.
So if they're trying to hide what's in it, they're gonna hide it with natural things they export and import. It's still assumptions being made.
Yeah, but you don't understand. Skystrand and Starsguard, we don't have a good relationship. Our cities don't trade.
Also, one thing to bear in mind is the conflict on Kirkenna is predominantly between capital, Rheathus, and the Ashenian Empire. If funnel goods are being funneled through Sphax,
Look, all I'm trying to say is if it's a bad thing that caravan got overtaken, it was for a good reason. And if people are being underhanded or overhanded, we still need to be aware of that in case we stumble into it.
Yeah, it's good information for everybody to know. I'm worried about the Prime Star because of the note my brother sent me and everything. Yeah, I don't know what to think about it.
Well,
yeah, sorry.
I was just gonna say, well, we still need to focus on what we need to do, and we're, like you just said, worlds apart.
Yeah, it's an entire world away.
Yeah, would I be aware of the political, I guess, landscape between Skystrand and Rheathus?
Make a history check. Yeah, generally speaking, there's not much of a relationship at all between the between Rheathus and Skystrand. And Skystrand's basically an independent city-state.
Switzerland.
That's surrounded by the Ashenian Empire.
We're totally Switzerland.
So, based on what I can read back from this note, does it seem to me that this note from the Queen, bearing the Queen's insignia, was more of a warning for Skystrand to stay the F out of whatever's going on in Kirkenna?
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, you can definitely glean that. And the first line there also kind of indicates that there's something
going on, right?
between the Crown and Skystrand. And I would say, based on that check, that probably strikes you as maybe a little bit unordinary. That there would be something like that. And certainly the circumstances of finding this note also being a little bit out of the ordinary.
Fuck, I forgot who we killed.
We didn't kill anybody. We found this guy dead by the water when we got attacked by displacer beasts.
Mm-hmm.
And we looked through his stuff and found this missive.
Well, I relay the oddity of first line of the note and everything else that's going on. There's a lot going on. Was there anything else?
She just looks at Ray. Not in my scry.
Yeah, it's all real complicated. So, first off, there are people from the Shadow Hand looking for
I raised my hand.
someone looking like me and someone looking like Rune. A blue elf and a tiefling. Purple skin.
Female tiefling.
Okay.
Still
So,
being
yeah,
hunted.
that's interesting.
So that's fun.
And I'll go through all that. There was a lot of information. I'll go through all of the information. Not really gonna hide anything. I'll talk about the whole shadow, the box maker thing first.
Yeah, does Boxmaker ring a bell to anybody?
Okay. Hold on. I need to know. How in depth are you going about this?
Everything. Because I don't even remember,
Blake-
and I kind of just want to get everything out there at this point.
I remember.
sitting-
I
The
remember.
notes here, the notes are not great.
Okay. If we're sitting at a table, Blake puts his two hands on the table and stands the fuck up.
Hey,
Ray.
Yes.
The Dawn?
Yes.
Box maker?
Yes. Do you know box maker?
That's my wife.
Oh, what?
wait. So you're wait. She's here.
Where?
Okay. First you have to sit down and promise you're not gonna just run off because you're kind of looking like you're wanting to do that.
Where is she?
Deep Mott.
Where is Deep Mott?
It is the Starsguard prison, I think.
You think I'm gonna need to? You're gonna need to do better than
Well,
you
okay,
said.
hold on. Listen to everything we have to say first, because his girlfriend or whatever she is said that maybe we can have a meeting with the Shadow Hand person who's holding her, and we can maybe do them a favor by helping get rid of the blight in the Mordfen, and if we get rid of the blight, then maybe they'll owe us something. And maybe that can be leverage for you, okay?
Blake starts rubbing his temple.
Because if it's a favor to Dadavar, I mean,
It's not a favor to Darnivar.
whoever.
It sounded like they kind of wanted something from her. Or to do something with her.
Hold on. Blake, he's rubbing his temples. I need to just give me 10 seconds to think.
Myra, still slightly buzzed, pulls out her lock-picking hair accessories out of her hair. I can always help.
Well, also
Prison break.
Also, something to keep in mind: Mordric has been coming and going from the Deep Mott.
Okay, what's that have to do with anything?
Everything. He's been linked to Numsy Manor, Oubliette. He's been linked to everything.
Okay, So that's two separate things here.
And he's pretty well trusted by the Shadow Master, so.
Which is who is holding her?
Mordric is holding her, or is the Shadow Hand holding her?
The Shadow Hand is holding her for the dawn.
What? Okay. Okay. Was there any mention of a little girl who
No.
looked like her?
No. I think it's safe to say your daughter's hidden.
Fuck's sake.
Or at least not involved in this.
The Shadow Sand, are they in control of the Teapot?
Probably.
The only thing I can surmise, you said the Shadow Sand is holding them as a favor for the Dawn. The Dawn is her organization.
Who's her?
His wife.
His wife.
Oh. 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 Oh.
I don't. So yes, she is an agent of the Dawn. Who they are one of the. They are one of the. We'll say underground guilds in Danavar. Basically, when the kingdom has certain things that they can't be seen doing, they can't call on the RSS to do it. They'll call on the Dawn.
Or apparently the Vidari.
Or the Vidari.
Fuck.
After my wife, after we found out she was pregnant, she stopped doing operations with Dawn, but that didn't mean that she cut off all ties with the Dawn. So I can only surmise that based on the kingdom, based on my wanted status with the kingdom, she might have pulled some strings. So that both she and hopefully our daughter are safe. That being said, she obviously, given her title, is a very proficient box maker. I'm
Like,
sure that
actually makes boxes?
Yeah, she gave me one as before I left for Kirkconnell.
Okay.
But it's not just any box, they're trap boxes. Very well crafted, and unless you knew what you were doing, you probably couldn't. Let's just say they're very secure. Anyway, that's beside the point. So she's in the prison here, presumably.
Apparently.
Derek's hands are gripping the back of his chair. He's standing, two hands on his chair. He's gripping it very tightly.
It's not exactly clear why. I mean,
the whole situation is just weird.
Yeah, and I mean, if we can do this favor for somebody, whoever you're the leader of, whoever, I don't know any of these people.
The Shadow Master.
Thank you, Ray. If we can do a favor for that guy, maybe we can get your wife out. That's a big maybe, but
I don't think that's gonna happen.
But
I mean,
It doesn't seem like that she's there against her will. We saw in Ray's scry on her, it wasn't like she was being mistreated. She was merely resting. And again, if what your friend said is to be believed, it's a favor for the Dawn, meaning she pulled strings so that she could be safe.
I mean,
So at the very least, she may be safe with
okay.
her.
Alternatively,
Point of clarity here, just from your conversation with Venari Ray. She did say something about the Dawn wanting to keep the box maker kind of out of the picture, as if she was getting in the way of something.
well then, we should mention that.
that is clarified with Derek.
Apparently, they want to keep her out of the picture. So maybe, if we do this favor, they'll let her go? Or at least...
Remind me what favor you're talking about again.
The Blight in the Mortfen. Ray apparently has, by the way, been talking to his goddess.
Okay.
Like, that's not crazy or anything.
I mean, I talked to mine too. Please elaborate. Go ahead.
I will talk about the moon stuff. Let's see what we got here.
That helps me so much.
So
I'm
much.
so
Thank-
glad.
there's a
Thank
blight.
you! Very
Hold on.
clear.
I
All right,
can't wait
there's
to
a-
ask Epic after the fact.
The
There's a
moon,
blight
man.
in the forest.
Look, guys, I
In the
was there for
Mortfen.
the conversation with his girlfriend. I wasn't there for that shit.
Ray, I think there's a whole lot from your backstory that you have yet to reveal to anyone.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks. Very, very nice
All
elaborating.
right. I'm not gonna talk about like the past actions, but there was the Ray will go into about how the blight affecting the Mortfen and how where are my other notes? All right. There's blight in the forest, and he'll talk about how he was told he needs to use a blight necklace, which one of us has.
I have it.
Okay, yeah, Wolf has it then. And bring it to the Shadowland or Starsguard to empower his sword and to clear the blight of the forest. That's the gist of it.
Talking about that gives me an idea. What if Luinos Nathalion, what if that's where you need to go to empower your sword? Because if Melora Sehenin and I forget the other god, but those two were connected in that book. What if we need to go there to empower your sword so that we can do that? To fix
That's
the blight.
better than anything I have. I was thinking, I mean, I didn't know who the box maker was at first, so I was thinking maybe they're related to that.
I mean, if
and then also
Arathis
the
is...
Abyssal Shimmerstone that Mordric has.
Oh shit, yeah, Abyssal Shimmerstone. Does anybody know what the fuck that is?
Hold on just a second. Lake, make an intelligence check for me.
Oh, I am so smart. You
I am
chose the
so
right
smart.
guy.
SMRT.
SMRT.
Chose the right guy. 19, boy.
Oh yeah!
This
Oh.
whisper has been brought to you by Cornflakes.
Dun, dun,
Abyssal Shimmerstone is a rock that shimmers, and it's abyssal, and Mordric
Good job.
has some of it. You're welcome.
Time for me to go steal.
Also for Myra. that information I dropped on you only came by after the fact. Epic told me if I recognized the name, and I told him no, and then he relinked a picture he told me at first not to worry about. And the first picture he sent me was an unedited, unupdated one, and he forgot to tell me that he updated it and that I knew about it. So when we were walking, when I was asking you guys about more details,
Oh.
that's why I was asking, because Wolf would not have known
Okay.
about that and would have just zeroed in on hearing the name of the hag.
Makes sense.
That clears a lot of confusion about why you brought that back up.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Okay. Okay, Abyssal Swimmer Stone. Go ahead. Go.
And yeah, I guess we could try that holy place. What is it called again? Luinost?
Luinos Nathalion?
Hold on. Hold on. Before we do that, Blake's gonna start rummaging through his bag. I got this a while ago, but it never really came up. But he pulls out a vial. It's kind of like it glows teal inside with some gold. DM, who identified this for me? Or did I just
think
focus on
you
it?
did. Yeah, you just focused on it.
Was this the Lich file?
Uh-huh.
This was from the Lich.
What is it?
It's a vial of Transenchanting.
Transenchanted. Whoa, that's long.
Basically, if you're trying to imbue your sword, Ray, this vial can help you. You can transfer the magical properties of your pendant into the vial, and then infuse it into your sword.
It says you need 100 GP worth of diamond dust.
I mean, we're loaded, right?
Not exactly, but I do have 100 gold worth of diamond dust.
It takes a little bit of time, but I think it's maybe one way instead of us going on a wild goose chase on we don't necessarily know if that's because as far as I know, that place that you mentioned was definitely a sacred soil for Melora, but I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah, that wasn't anything I'm familiar with, but I was just told to come here to Starsguard.
I mean, you and me both. But both
Yeah.
That's.
But maybe
So
that.
if you want Ray, you can have this. I don't mind.
I don't know if it'll be enough, but definitely worth a shot.
I hand him the vial of Transenchanting.
I will take the vial.
Yeah, in the notes it said I mean, the ones that were depicted on, you know, crazy Numsi's wild scrawlings were Arathis, Sehanin, Melora. Those three were connected by saying that they were either dead or dying when, you know, Numsi was being crazy and doing his crazy things.
I mean, what I know about Arathis is that she didn't hold any disdain, particularly for Melora. I'm not sure about Sehanin. What I know about how Arathis felt about Sehanin?
I mean,
make a religion check, I guess.
The lore from the brief history of religion in Starsguard did talk about how possibly some of the gods took up other gods' responsibilities as a way of them when some of them got weaker. So, but that's just a book. And it was written by Gnomesy, so I should mention that.
Wranglings of a madman.
I mean, maybe and maybe not. I think it might have been written before he went nuts.
What does a religion of 11 tell me?
Keep this thing. I need to pull up one other thing really quick. Would kind of have the same attitude towards Sehanine as she does toward Melora. So, there's an element of almost dismissiveness. Just knowing the alignments as well. Sehanine being chaotic. There's some tension there. Or you can imagine there would be some tension there.
Erithus is lawful neutral? Or lawful good?
Arathis lawful neutral.
Erithus, she didn't hold disdain for either of them. But at the same time, and I think this is something that she regrets, she was very dismissive of them too. Just based on she felt law and order were preserved by by civilization. And she didn't pay any heed to the laws of nature. And Sayanine's chaotic nature, well, let's just say Arathis wasn't entirely keen on such, we'll say, wild or whimsical sort of behavior. But I do think that sort of dismissiveness is something that she wishes she could take back. And so that's why she sent me here. To try and understand. And also learn from her past mistakes, I suppose.
Well, I don't know. It's a lie. We still have our meeting with Tagi tomorrow.
Yeah,
But
we don't know what he's
think-
gonna ask.
Do we even tell him any of this stuff?
You know, with what I just heard about Vidari, I don't really feel like sharing. Epic.
Cough. Sorry.
I'll cut. I won't mince my intentions here. Knowing what we know now with the information, I need to go to Deepmont to make sure that she's there and that she's safe. I don't intend on fighting the Shadow's Hand.
Look, that's what I'm saying. God, I forgot the name of your not girlfriend.
Venari.
Venari, thank you.
Hey, everybody, her name is Venari.
We did ask Venari to see about a meeting, potentially. So, I don't know if you want to go running in to try and see your wife, like, before that, because maybe waiting is the best course of action. I mean, she's not in danger, and I know it's impossible to ask that of you because she's your wife, but I have to say it.
And the Shadows Hand are pretty concerned about what happened to the Gray Hand back in Aramore.
They're not happy with me. That's also, yeah.
They don't want a repeat of that, so I don't know. I don't know what to do. We have a meeting with them. I don't know if we have to put everything on the table with the Shadow Master. Well, we don't have a meeting yet, but we might have a meeting with the Shadow Master. I don't know if we put everything on the table with what happened to the Gray Hand, with what happened with who your wife is. I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't think that's a good idea either. I don't even think revealing that she's your wife is a good idea, because that's leverage against you.
Wakes and grips the back of the chair tighter.
I think we need to wait and see what Venari comes back with. If she comes back with nothing good, then I'll support you. And whatever you want to do.
Bernard doesn't really feel great about the whole. She's definitely against the blight and everything that's happening there. And it seems like the Shadow's Hand is also divided on that issue. They have their own, I don't know, I guess like sect or group of zealots who are spreading the blight, and the other half kind of want to get rid of it. So they have their own bullshit going on. Venari doesn't really get what's going on with the box maker either. She's a little concerned about that too, and what's going on with Mordrick and the. I don't know. So I think maybe we can trust her.
Derek says, just a little bit of a whisper. You better be right.
Better be what? Sorry.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I hope so too. But where do we go from here?
I think where we go is to bed, because we have a meeting with Atagi in the morning. Nope, afternoon.
Yeah, it's until 3.
Yeah, it's at 3 p.m., dog.
Yup. Nope, afternoon. I read my note as soon as I said that. I mean, tomorrow's a new day. Maybe Venari will come back with something.
I don't even know if we need to meet with the Shadow Master, but I was hoping he might have something that could help us, or if he, I don't know, if we have a way in, another way in with the Shadow's Hand.
At the end, did that tour guide, in quotes, show us the Deepmont?
Nope.
Is the Demont even on this map?
We know it's behind the Gretton marked.
What you know is behind the Gretton marked is Hawker's Alley.
Yeah,
And
that's what
Ferric-
we know is back there.
Ferric said that he told Woof that that you could probably find people who would not care where goods came from
Yep.
and might be, willing to buy things.
Unsavory type.
Ah,
Exactly.
Yeah, we haven't heard the deep mod until that conversation, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's time to go underground.
So what is a front for the Shadow's Hand in this list?
we'll find out someday.
Lutz Tavern.
It's the Bristonen HQ, guys.
The Temple of Moradin.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay. Everybody else?
I'll speak with Wolf first. Hey, Wolf, do you mind if I can have that necklace?
Yeah, it's by the looks of it, it's yours by right, so not a problem. I'll take it off and I'll hand it over.
Thank you.
Necklace of the Miradorian Healer. For you. It's in DDB.
As soon as you confirm you've added it into your
I
inventory,
have
I'll do
added it.
All right.
It
done.
is here. Oh, and I'll also mention the Red Robin item I got. It's still a little risky, but it does give us a way to use magic in town, I suppose.
Same constellation there, Rune, or a
Yep.
different one? Same one? Okay.
Yep.
All right,
Cool.
fourth success there. Good to go.
Okay.
So Ray was talking about the Red Robin.
Yes, I will mention that. Sorry, there was a lot, guys. I didn't make great notes. I just put little snippets.
I took notes, but I'm going to bed.
Right.
Derek, Blake,
How confident are you in your friend's abilities in terms of reconnaissance? Info gathering, as it were.
definitely. She was good. I can only think she got better. She considers Shadowhand like her family. So, but I think she is definitely feeling a little. I don't know. She's a little bit worried, I guess, about what's going on with everything. So she's just trying to. She wants to do what's right for her and her family, just like anybody else. In terms of, her abilities, I don't doubt them at all. So maybe she could use a little work on sneaking around. But aside from that,
You mentioned she views the Shadow Hand as family.
yeah, she seems pretty. She said the Shadow Master trusts her, so
And if we come to blows with the Shadow Hand,
depends on what side. But I think she's gonna. she's gonna stick with her family. I mean, I wouldn't expect anybody else to do otherwise, so.
You can see where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I fully understand. But I really don't see what other choice I have. And I don't really know exactly what's going on with your wife either. I mean, whatever plans that Dawn had with her that they wanted to keep her out of, I don't know. I just really don't know.
All I'm saying is, Ray, become the Shadow's hand, and she stands between me and Nell.
Hey, I had a couple ideas I was thinking of where maybe we could do like a split team kind of situation. Mara's pretty good at like breaking into places. So as long as we keep her, off the booze, I think maybe
Huh?
we can use her. Hey, Myra.
What?
Yeah, you guys are still in my room, by the way.
But yeah, I think
Myra
we
was
can
dozing on the couch.
split. Maybe some of us go to this meeting with the Shadow Master, and the rest of us, if we really want to cause trouble, because that's
I
what
like
it's gonna
trouble.
do, we can try to break her wife out. But I think we need some more information first. Maybe Benari will know more about why your wife, Nell, why she's, being held.
I'm certainly not here with the intention of causing trouble.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm certainly not here with the intention of causing trouble.
Yeah, but if we need to cause trouble to get your wife back, I'm available.
Me too. Me and my hair accessories.
Appreciate that.
You
Hopefully
hear
it's gonna come to
Rune
that
from
though.
her other room go, "Me too."
Paper thin walls, I
Wait.
guess.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
You're only one room over, so yeah.
Guess who's staying beneath us, guys? It's the Shadow Hand.
Oh my god, we found the
They
front.
heard everything.
Way to
This-
go, guys.
This is the deep bot the whole time.
All right. So, did anyone else have things that they wanted to accomplish before going to bed?
I will try to focus on this amulet, the necklace of the Miradorian healers. I'll also try to see if I can get that was it badger? Was it a badger? No, there's another name for it. Did I put that in my notes somewhere? No, I didn't put that in my notes. It was like a badger who became like a kind of spirit animal thing when Sahanine spoke to me.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to see if that's something I can kind of manifest or focus on, or while I'm meditating on this amulet? Because I don't really understand how it worked the first time.
So if you try to manifest your spectral badger,
Yes.
you do so. And if you do that in Woof's room,
No, sorry. This would be back in my room.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, you are able to manifest a spectral badger.
Does it seem like it? Does it seem like it triggers the various bullshit detectors?
No.
Okay.
Thank you for calling my mechanic bullshit.
That was
The
in
bullshit
character. My
detectors.
bad. That was in character. Out of character, I think it's kind of cool.
I love it. I love it.
Nice save.
Me too.
It makes playing so difficult. I have to walk outside the city.
Honey Badger don't care.
Honey
And
badger
the
don't care.
badger indeed don't care.
So we'll get details on your badger later.
He'll kind of pick up the badger too, and be like, "Hey there, little buddy. What do
Yeah,
I
it
do
doesn't
now?"
actually have physical form, but
Oh, I can't like lift it up.
no, not
Okay,
really.
gotcha,
I mean,
gotcha.
if you
He'll try to lift it up and fail.
That's kind
It
of
can,
adorable.
It can like read your attention and it'll like move in a way that is to the
It's
best
lag.
of its ability
A lot of lag going on.
consistent with exactly. You pick it up and then all of a sudden it like jumps up into your hands, that sort of thing. Yeah.
And he'll just kind of talk to like, "Hey, hey, little buddy. Just where do I go from here? You have any idea?" I'll just kind of stare at it, and he'll kind of like do a little scritchy motion towards it,
Okay.
and he'll just focus on attuning the necklace and Red Robin.
Okay, both of them. Okay.
Yeah,
Ready?
from 0 to 2, easy
Woo!
peasy.
Alrighty.
He'll try to feed it a little bit of the bread, the Herbie bread.
I forgot about my Herbie bread.
It does not eat the bread.
I have
Okay,
Herbie
that was
bread
it.
too.
Okay. Woof.
I got nothing.
Okay. Myra.
I guess once everyone goes back to the room, I would just tell Wolf, I forgot to ask you what kind of clothes designs you would like. Like, do you want something tight, something baggy, something like, a little loose in certain areas, pockets.
I wouldn't mind pockets. I think mainly just something that's flexible so that I'm able to articulate when I'm grappling somebody on the floor. Since that's
Meyer
a
blushes.
lot. Since that's a lot going on already.
Colors.
Earthly tones should be fine. I'm not that great into being too obvious.
Okay, well, that was all. Good night. And then I'll run to my room and sleep.
Okay. Lake.
I go back to my room. Question. Don't know why I didn't ask this at the beginning of the campaign. Do I have to be attuned to decree?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Second question. Your discretion. Blake doesn't know if he can sleep tonight.
Okay.
First he would like to attune to the ring of subtle influence. That I
Okay.
got a while back. Just display that. That takes about half an hour. And then he would look out the window. I assume I have a good view of the city.
Actually, no. You are kind of looking at sort of a back alley, but that's a bad description of it. It's it's a narrow kind of open area. It looks like there's kind of a path, but then there's a wall, rock wall. So it's probably then there's some trees there too. So you kind of have the edge of the building, then kind of a grassy path thing that's maybe, I don't know, 20, 30 feet or so. And then there's some trees. And then behind the trees, rock wall to go straight up. So you're kind of looking out the back of of this place.
So go to the window, and he'll just look at whatever's left of his. Well, he'll look at his box as he does. And then we'll also look at the fragment of it that kind of, when he figured out the puzzle
Mm.
in the inscription. He'll try to sleep, but given everything, you can make me roll to see if I actually fall asleep.
Yeah, roll a d20.
Mm, 13.
You're able to fall asleep eventually.
Okay.
And the night passes with the activities that you did. You'd be able to complete a long rest at about 8 o'clock in the morning as the sun rises. So it's about 8 o'clock. You have, what does that mean? 7 hours until your scheduled meeting with Atati. Give me an idea of the sorts of things that you will want to do. We're going to go ahead and end the session here. But just so I have an idea of what y'all are looking to do, where you're looking to go, so I can...
I'm going to bug Derek and make him come with me so that he's not ruminating in his own brain the whole day. And I'm gonna go with him to the Natheimer, Spokona, wherever the hell could maybe look at the vial of Ichor I have, and then I'm gonna go do research on a whole bunch of shit.
What time where did you talk to, like...
We'll probably go over that tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but next time. But like, I'll probably catch you at breakfast if you come down, and if not, I'll go up to your door and like knock.
Yeah, this is just intentions at this point. We don't have to like resolve what everybody ends up doing, but just like give me your
That
intentions.
is my intention, to take Derek to go do research.
Following up on that, like, probably didn't get a whole good night's rest. So, depending on when first light is, it might even be before first light. He would leave his room, and something he hasn't done in a long time, use his slide survival to disguise self, and go to Walker's Alley and try to do some reconnaissance.
I would join you on that because I still want to see if I can get my scale back.
Ooh. Myra, I don't know entirely, so I may like DM you, but for right now, what I know is I definitely want to buy some potions and maybe find a nice dinner spot for her and Wolf.
Well, maybe if Derek's gone in the morning, we can go hit up potion shops before I go do research and dive into nerdy things. But we'll deal with that next time.
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry.
and I'm gonna also do crafting supplies to work on Wolf's outfit.
Okie dokie.
I'll probably just tag along with the potion stuff. I don't know if I really have any other intentions. Probably just waiting to hear back, really. I don't think Ray would want to try to seek out the Shadow Hand and the Gray Hand at this point. Maybe
Please
just
don't
making
seek out
sure
the gray
to-
hand.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Man, we covered a lot.
All right. Okay. All right. If anything else pops into your head, just send me a DM or whatever. And cool. Yay.
I finally got to perform.
You did! That was awesome!
Can I just say, hey, the player was fucking dying the entire time. You were talking to Venari.
Oh my god, he
I'm
was.
like, is he really not making the connection right now? Is he not really the box maker? Nothing? No, nothing.
It's not his. It's not his.
It's not our backstory, right? I don't know
But-
shit about your
but
box.
But Ray knows all of it.
Oh, he
'cause
does?
He
He's
does.
he scribed for me, right?
Oh! He does know that her nickname was Boxmaker, doesn't he?
Yeah, he also got the little hint
You had the
from my
papers.
brother.
Oh
You had
shit,
papers.
that was forever ago!
From my bro.
Yeah, all the way back in Aramore.
Well, me as a player, pretty much knew this was his wife, but I don't think Ray would have made the connection. That's how I kind of play it, because he has like base intelligence.
Wait, what?
Like 0.
What's... Is it 0 or is it -1?
Where is my? I'm thinking
Just
thinking
average.
Aiden.
Yeah, 0's average, man!
Yeah, 0's pretty average.
I don't know. To me, Ray's not that smart. That's how I've always played it.
What's your wisdom?
He's +4, maybe. I don't know.
That's
That's
pretty
just how
much
I.
it. That's wise.
Intelligence is the ability to recall information. Wisdom is your actual intelligence. In the moment.
Okay, maybe I'm
knowledge.
just playing it wrong then, but that's how I kind of.
You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, you're fine. Your
You're
character's
good,
your
you're
good.
character.
Oh wait, it was just funny to me because I, if you didn't make the connection, just to be fair to the entire situation, I wasn't ever gonna bring it up.
That's so fucking
Well, that's why I
funny,
mentioned
man.
the box maker first.
What's that now?
That's why I mentioned the box maker first. Because I was like, oh, this is probably Derek's wife, so we'll see if he, if any, I don't know. That's just kind of how
His
I
wife-
walked myself through it. I was like, okay, we're going to start with the box maker first, and then we'll go into all the other crazy shit.
Oh,
Can I say I mentioned Mordrick's last name to everybody? Can I say I did that?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, good. Because I would have mentioned Mordrick's last name to everybody.
I just saw your
Var-
note.
Gar.
I just saw your note. Epic.
Yeah.
Understood.
It's okay. My remote for going on a date. Woohoo!
Yeah, we can do that too. Adding names of food stalls.
You guys were gonna cook.
Yeah, but that's
I was off the hook.
That's later.
It's
No.
like-
yeah.
That's later.
We're still going to get like probably stuff to eat around. Not us just together, but just probably pick up something. I don't know.
Yeah, you're gonna pick up the ingredients for whatever the fuck you're gonna make, right?
I don't know if we're gonna have a kitchen available. That's what
You
we're
know,
gonna do.
that's a good point. You gotta ask.
There
And-
is a sort of mini kitchen down the hall from your rooms.
Oh. That's neat.
You know what we should do? Pick out like a theme of food, and then we base off. Not name. We each take like a different theme, and then come up with like a random meal.
Mediterranean, Italian,
There you go.
Yeah, that sounds like an idea.
East Asian.
And yeah, just one point of clarity. Well, we can handle this next time. But I want to make a note of it just so I don't forget. Okay, when you said Lake was going to kind of You gonna not get a long rest?
It was to see if I would get exhaustion this following day.
Yeah, you would. From not getting a long rest.
1 point of exhaustion. Okay, so I only got a short rest then.
I get.
Huh?
Look up. Look up. You get 2 levels if you skip a long rest. 2 levels of exhaustion.
Yikes.
I will note that somewhere. Because exhaustion in D&D Beyond is not relevant.
It is not the same thing as Epic's exhaustion.
The rest of you can go ahead and take a long rest, and if you still had a hit point minus, you can bump that up by 1. I can't remember who's still got that going
Me.
on. I know Blake does.
I'm still at -3, which is now a -2.
I do not recover that either, right?
Correct. Yeah, you would not recover. Okay. I'm gonna take off.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you, Epic.
It was fun.
Thanks for running.
Thank you. Have a good night.